Well, hello, everybody, and hopefully you're having a good Saturday night. We decided to kind of rope together a little semi-late night chat here. I just got out of work, and Joe's down there, and what are you, South America or something down there, Joe?
Yeah,
Is that where
close
you are?
sunny
Yeah.
Florida.
And Vinny's in his mind. He's in Montreal right now, screaming at
Oh,
the Canadians. And
I am.
But yeah, we thought we'd come on just have a little chat tonight. I thought about playing something tonight, but I ended up it was a split day at work. I worked in the morning, and I'm still getting over whatever I got. I don't sound right, and I laid down when I come home. I get home about 10:30 or so this morning. So I'm just gonna lay down for a few minutes, right? 4 hours later,
Mhm.
it's like the wife's like, "I let you sleep because I think you needed to sleep."
That's it. Your body's telling you something.
And
I've
then
been
I
telling
had
you
to,
that.
so I ended up working till about 7:30 tonight, and then I just get done. I just been vegging in front of the TV, and it's kind of like, do you guys have like your little time during the week that you kind of just do something? I don't know how to describe it. Um, so Saturday nights, like when I get done with stuff, and and she like goes to bed, and I'm just chilling out here, and I'm not like playing anything or streaming. Sometimes what I do is I go on and I pop on the cable TV and I scroll around and I try to find these obscure college football games, and I watch some of them. That's like, and I only do it for like a half hour or 45 minutes, but that's kind of like my unwind time is what I call it. And it's only on Saturday nights because that's the only time that, during the college football season. And I'll go on. And today I was watching like, I don't know, Prairie Dog State versus Southern or something like that. You know how I like my weird teams. And I just sit and I watch these and I was watching like Western Florida against Southern Florida, teams I've never heard of and on channels I've never heard of.
Right,
And
right.
it's just relaxing watching, and instead of the Indianas and the Auburns and the
Mhm.
Georgias and all that stuff. It's and the Florida game. Holy cow! Two teams I've never heard of, and the place was packed. I was like, good for them.
Right.
Good for them. So, do you guys have anything like that? It's just kind of like a quiet moment for yourself that you just carve out a little bit of time and do something kind of.
Outside of gaming, and I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just relaxing because it's just usually it's like it's on a weird channel, like FS1 or
Right,
FS12 or
right,
something like that, or
right.
a channel I never heard of, and it's just like, oh, what are these two teams here, and uh, it's like the Saturday night thing that I do now is when I'm done. If I'm unless I'm doing something, but I like to carve out a half hour, 45 minutes and watch some crazy football. Like, and then maybe even after the chat tonight, there might be like a game in Hawaii or something like that,
Yes.
that you catch really late, or a couple California teams that are playing really late, or Oregon or something.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a fun thing I do.
Yeah. At certain parts of the year, I do. I'll check into some stuff. But like a night like this, now I'm kind of depressed. No, I'm not depressed. Canadians lost. So I was like, "Ugh."
let's go
I
Rangers.
was going to throw my laptop, but no, all kidding aside. So usually there's a late hockey game on. So when hockey's on, and Joe knows this, I'm watching until there's no more hockey on. So, and then if there's no late games, then I'm going to tune into my other favorite sport, which is college football. But the reason the games you watch are relaxing, because I've done it, is because one, there's no rooting interest,
Yeah.
Right,
and
right.
there's no rated teams that make it an intense. It becomes more intense because during that game, you're going to find yourself rooting for one of them.
Yeah.
But when the Division 2, Division 3, it's like, let me see who the better players are here. Let's see who these guys are out there. And
I'm like rooting for them both.
you just want to
Like you
see
want
how
to
they
see them
play.
score,
But
you might see.
Yeah.
You want to see the other team score. Yeah,
Yeah, good for them.
yeah, there's always that little.
Marco comes by. It's just me, the baby, and some college football gaming.
Okay, so basically, I just took that as he's ignoring the baby and he's watching college football.
no, I don't know.
Isn't that
I
how
don't know. I
things
don't know
get turned
yet.
around? Isn't that how things would get turned
Tim comes
around?
by.
And then I would pass that on to Joe, and Joe would say, "Wow, Marco ignored the baby, and he's just got college football. Oh, he left for a college football game and left the baby home. You know how to what's that telephone?" And David,
Soccer. He might do it for
Florida
soccer.
State.
He might do it for soccer.
Andrew, what's up? What's up?
And Cleveland baseball fans watching the Blue Jacks and the Lightning.
Yeah, I was watching
I
that
had that
game
on the
before we
TV here.
signed
I
on.
had the Canadians on my phone. Oh, I have to ask this. Excuse me, chat. But now that I dropped Verizon, they're still letting me use the app, so I'm able to get them. Like they played on MSG, so it wouldn't go on my ESPN app. How do you watch your Rangers? So you still have cable TV?
I still have
think-
cable,
I
so
think
you
being I
still
have
have to.
MSG, I could go through the Gotham Sports app. But I watched it.
Okay.
But even without that, I was able to watch the Ranger game. I had them on my phone, and I had the Tampa Bay Lightning on TV tonight.
That's what I had. But I'm thinking that now that we cancel cable, eventually they're going to probably stop me from using
Yeah,
that app.
they're gonna stop you. Verizon's
Yeah,
gonna stop you
yeah.
from
And
using
it's only
that app.
right because I'm not paying, and I get that. But I mean, if I have to miss the Ranger games at home, I don't, whatever. There's always so much hockey on, so I can live with it. And if my Canadians are
You buy
on,
the
it's a little
package.
more discouraging.
Why don't you think about getting the package,
What package?
the NHL package?
It's on ESPN, right?
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm talking about
they don't have that no more.
Yes, they do. I have it here. I just saw
Really?
it. I was scrolling.
Oh, it's on the cable TV.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I see. So you can't get it.
I could probably buy the app. I'll look into it.
You should look at the app. You might be
I
I
able
think it's
to.
ESPN. I think if you wanted to stream hockey, it's
That's
ESPN.
what I'm. Yeah,
On cable, you still get the NHL package, which I don't know how good that is. When I
No, you
got
can't
it
see your local on the
yeah,
NHL
when I
package.
got that years ago, they only had like one game in HD. Now that was a long
wow.
time ago.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're all in HD now. But back in the day, you get the one game a night in HD, and the rest were the 4x3. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was this wasn't that long ago.
And it was cloudy and
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not paying for this.
no, but we're saving a lot by getting rid of cable. So I
Yeah,
guess
we're
we're
gonna look
not
into that
saving a lot
next.
now because my wife put that whole system in the house. So $11,000 she spent. I'm looking around at all my birth certificate, all my paper. I don't see the last name of Trump. I don't see Bezos on mine. I see Mancini. So then I looked in the yard for a money tree. I don't see that either. I mean, phew, it's a lot of money, but I think she just
Jeepers.
solidified that we're not moving. That's it. But yeah, that was a lot. So gotta bang that
NHL
one
games
out.
are on Nesson. Also get the package on DirecTV. So
Yeah,
there's
Alan,
Alan.
and that
You know?
okay. I don't do
So with
direct
the
TV.
ESPN, do you have to subscribe? I mean,
Well, I
we have
get it.
ESPN.
I get it from Disney, so I get Disney, Hulu, ESPN.
Okay, so I think I do have it.
It's not a
Because my
bad
daughter made some
package.
package.
I think it's $30 a month. The only thing is with the Hulu, it's the ads, and with Disney, it's the ads, I believe. And
Yes, unless you upgrade, right?
Yeah, I don't have
and then
ads.
the upgrade's like another 10 or $20
Yeah.
a month. So
I
it's
gotta
like,
ask
don't
my
pay that
daughter because
much.
she handles all the streaming
I don't
packages.
pay that much, and I don't have ads on my Hulu and none of that stuff. Hulu is
really.
where,
Well, when I
Hulu-
looked, I almost got it the other day, and it said, it was gonna be $30 a month for Disney, Hulu, and NHL, and it's like Hulu with the ads and Disney's with the ads, and if you're gonna watch anything on Hulu, just get rid of the ads. It's just
oh no, I don't want ads. I
it
just
it
did
just
it
takes
with
so much time with the ads.
what I do it with Angel Studios Network, Angels Network. It's great because it's clean. There's nothing vulgar and they're good. They're good, solid movies. She wanted it, so I got it. That's 20 with no ads. I think it was 20 with no ads. But listen, I could put out another 100 some odd dollars in streaming and could not even be close to what I was paying Verizon.
Yeah.
So I'm done and I'm glad.
So,
And I
so
would have
what
got
did
rid
you
of
do with your what do you call internet?
that's the only thing I kept.
You kept with them, yeah.
Yes. And now they came in and they put these Eero in, EERO, extenders all around the house.
The extender,
So-
yeah. I
so-
have one in my house.
They put 3.
Okay, I have
It's
one.
insane. You could sit out on the deck now
Wow.
Nice.
and have a connection. The front of my house. He said, the only way if you move towards the driveway. I said, well, I'm not going online.
Isn't that where you have all the Strat stuff hidden?
What's that?
Isn't that where you have all the Strat stuff hidden?
That's, yeah. Shh. I'm going to have a garage sale for that.
The EO. Do you want to remind me? Last week or so? I did one of the junior games, and you asked the coach, "How do you say the kids' names?" And they're like, "I don't know." They always say that. It's like, I don't know, this is new. This guy's new. Whatever. So what I do is, if I can get there early enough, when they go out for warm ups, they're standing by the glass waiting for the Zamboni, and I'll just tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, how do you say your name?" And it's
Right,
like,
yeah.
Brizgalov, or Yuloff, or whatever it is. I'll get use names are mostly easy, but there's some that I don't get. So I'm tapping the away team. I'm like, "Hey, what's your name?" He's like this. Okay, thanks. And this, and so I go up to this just big tall guy, and I go, "Hey, how do you say your name?" Because I needed 3 guys. I got the other 2. I got the third one. He goes, big tall guy, Russian voice, Igor. I went, "That's great. How about your last name?" And he walks away. And I go, wait, is it Brizagalov? And he's like, oh, and he walks away. And I'm like, what do I do? So the guy, the other kid turns around and goes, just call him whatever. He don't care. I was like, well, Igor's gonna get whatever I come up with. I wanted to get it right, but he's like, he don't care.
Igor.
It's just funny,
Igor.
big, deep
Young
voice. Holy
Frankenstein.
cow! There's a referee that does the men's league with us on Monday nights, and he fills in once in a while. And this kid's like 80 pounds soaking wet, and so we're doing the game, and somebody scored. And he comes over and he leans over to tell me who scored, and he's like, 22. And I'm like, did that come out of you? This kid's like this. He's a twig, and he's just got this
Oh my goodness.
big,
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it was Russian or German or what it was, but I'm like, holy cow.
That's
He's got
great.
a deep voice. It was
That's good.
hilarious. And Ron comes by. Thanks for coming,
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
And Alan said he had to add Hulu to get the Flyers games because DirecTV isn't permitted to carry NBC Sports Philly.
Like
Wow,
I said,
isn't
the
that kind
Disney
of crazy? Isn't it crazy all the hoops you got to jump through?
Yeah.
And this doesn't carry that. And how many times you seen like in the playoffs, like DirecTV doesn't have Fox because of something.
Yeah,
or
right.
ABC is not with Dish Network or something like that. It's, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Disney Channel, I like it because it has Star Wars on it.
Yeah.
It's got all
I
different
watched
stuff.
some of them. Yeah, some of the Star Wars were all right.
Yeah. It has a couple. And then Hulu. I like Hulu. That's where I ended up watching Justified. I love
Shorzy's
that
on
series.
there. Yeah, Shorzy's on there.
Right.
Yep.
Shorzy's a good guy. But no, I don't mind it. I pay that, and I'm not. My daughter watches Disney shows, but she owns most of them, so they come right up on the Prime.
I've been slowly buying some DVDs. I have a whole bunch of them here.
Godzilla.
DVDs.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I bought a cheap DVD player off of Amazon a few weeks ago.
Yes. Yeah. You see them in the stores too sometimes.
I had the itch to, because I was going through what I was looking for? I was looking for some gaming thing I was looking for. And I opened up the closet, go, wow, look at all these old DVDs. And I saw these old movies, and I got some Godzilla movies. And I've been really kind of watching the Godzilla again. Every now and then I go start watching them. And I bought some on the streaming networks, but they're all in Japanese with the subtitles.
Subtitles.
I have a hard time.
Except Raymond Burr. He speaks the only one who speaks English.
Yeah, but it's just, you're watching it, and it's just like, and they're talking, and you have to read it, and so you're reading it, and you're not following the show, and
Right.
I can't do both anymore, and so I says all these Godzilla movies I have on DVD are English dubbed, and so I put them in, and now I've been watching them again, and now they're all in English, and of course the milestone lineup. That's okay. It's part of the charm, but I'd rather have that. And like even Netflix has a whole bunch of foreign movies, and we'll watch them. And I'd rather have the English dub than the actual language, and then try to read it because you're
Like the
always
old
going to
Bruce
miss
Lee
something.
movies. Remember?
Yeah, you're going to miss something. So
And on the bottom it says, "How are you?"
Yeah. Those are great. Yeah, but for me, I have a lot of the movies I have are stuff that you can't find on streaming. They're just kind of
Mhm.
odd old movies. No, I'm not talking about, like Superman
No, you're right.
Jurassic
You're
Park
right.
and all the standard movies. I'll still stream them. But I have a whole bunch of movies from the 80s and 90s and stuff like that I was like, oh, these are kind of fun. And I'll put these in and watch. Sometimes I'll watch the extras. So yeah, I went to the Savers of the Goodwill, and they had a whole bunch of DVDs, and I found like the whole Police Squad series and
Oh
uh,
my
the
goodness.
Leslie Nielsen movies, the Naked Gun movies, and they were like $3.50. I'm like, oh, I'll pick these up,
I'll pick these up.
absolutely.
All right, and I'll buy you a
Yeah,
$25
You
I
DVD
think
know
I
what's
got like,
player.
and then I go to Amazon, and they had the sale. It was buy two get one free. So I picked up a couple of DVDs, like the Austin Powers movies. All three of them I got, and then I picked up like all the Resident
right?
Evils, and then I got like the whole season of Night Gallery. Remember Night
Oh, that
Gallery?
was a
Oh,
great show.
wow.
And
Yeah.
That
it's
was a
like,
Rod Sterling. A lot of
yeah,
people don't
and
realize
and
that.
like I got one of them for free. So I was like, they were like, $7 and free. I was like, so I got a whole bunch of stuff there. I even ordered Kolchak the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Oh,
And I
wow.
haven't
Great
seen that
show.
in years, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch that again. And that's all stuff you can't really find to stream. So I've been enjoying my DVDs. So I've been putting in a movie a day, or every other day. Me and the wife have been watching usually a Godzilla movie or something like that. But and I picked up the '80s Twilight Zone series.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I
Mhm.
ever saw that. And then I got the whole series of Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side.
And
That
it's
was a
like
good
all these
show.
these great things. I was like, I'll sit and watch those on DVD. And they're like 10, $15 tops for the
That's a
whole
great
season.
way to chill out, like you
It's
Yeah,
were
it,
saying.
it's
Yeah.
so
yeah.
it's so interesting you bring this up about the DVDs. So I was looking to stream. I don't know if you guys remember show Rich Man Poor Man.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so and you cannot stream it anywhere. And my wife says to me, because she's been like kind of purging some stuff, and she says, I found a box of DVDs and I have Rich Man Poor Man on DVD.
I
So I,
just,
I do have a DVD player and I plan
Nice.
on watching it. But it's so
Dave,
funny
I'm
you bring
drinking
that
the
up.
same thing as you.
Oh, I got the coconut pineapple here.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I
Coconut
got that.
pineapple, sparkling ice. I
Oh,
love
Yeah,
the
it.
odd man
my
out.
Sorry,
my
Joe.
my orange is the backup here.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned Goodwill, right? So we had to get rid of the two TVs. They work fine. They're just not smart TVs. So I'm like, you know what? These people can't afford these things. Like Joe saw the one I had in the basement. It was a nice
No,
size.
it's a nice size TV.
HD, the whole bit. My daughter's was a decent size. You know, it
Hmm.
was on her shelf. I think it was 42 inches. I said, you know what? I wonder if Goodwill picks stuff up. I had a subwoofer when I used. I said, I'll give them these things. Somebody's got to be able to get them for a nice price. I said, look it up. They pick it up.
Hmm.
I said, this is a home run. Punch everything in. They wanted $189
To pick it up.
from the person who's trying to donate to help somebody
Yes.
else.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was just going to say,
I'll
wait till
bring it
you
myself because I
Yeah.
can't lift this television. Television's right sitting on
try
the
the
tile floor.
veterans.
The veterans, yeah.
The veterans, yeah.
I mean, we're going to
We
bring
give a
it. My
lot to the
friend's going to come
veterans.
pick it up. We're going to put it in his truck because one person can't lift that to you. The
Oh
one
yeah.
from down here. It's sitting there on the floor, face down.
The place that we
Oh,
got, she'll just bring a whole bunch of stuff up, and they'll empty the truck for you. They'll just come out and
Mm.
take it away. And then, oh my God, they sell it though for so much because I go into the store once in a while. I think I was looking for an old luggage thing. I think it was for Connecticut actually, or Colorado. I wanted to get a new luggage thing to take on the plane, and I was going. It's like, holy cow, their prices are not cheap in there. It's like,
Mm.
man, and they had some old
in Goodwill? In the
yeah.
Goodwill? Oh,
At
that's
one,
enough.
the one up here I was going to, I think it's called Savers. Actually, it's not that's technically not Goodwill. It's called Savers,
Okay.
and like they wanted like big money for some of these things. I'm like, I'm not spending that on this. And then, they had some Apple II games, and they still wanted like 60 or $70 for these things. I'm like, these things are like $2 or $3 games. You're not going to get this kind of money for
I
it,
just want to get rid of the TVs, the
Yeah.
speakers, the
Some of this,
receivers.
they have some good stuff, but they have some junk, and none of it's cheap. It's like you go in there and you think you're gonna get these like flea market type things. It's like,
No.
a yard sale type prices. You're not gonna get that at these places.
I just don't, I just want to get rid of them. I don't want them laying around the house. I thought maybe if somebody else can use them. My friend might take one of the TVs, so told me you could take everything. Just get it out of my house. I don't care.
Yeah, I
Just
know, right?
you know what that's like. Yeah, I don't need like electronic stuff around there. I got a nice receiver. You got like 4 different HDMI cables into it for different stuff on the TV. It's good. It's nice.
Yeah.
We had it for 17 years, but it was Samsung TV. Joe saw the picture,
Hmm.
but
Micah says he's back into CDs a little bit instead of streaming. I would get back into CDs myself. I'd like to support the people because some people I know that are putting out, not I know personally, but bands I follow that are putting out some new stuff. And I'd absolutely like to buy it, but I stream everything on my phone and on my, my iPad and stuff. And I got no way of, when I buy the CD, I got no way of putting it on there. And the last time I tried it, like putting it into iTunes and then downloading on my phone, it screwed up everything on my phone with music. So I'm kind of locked into buying it on Apple, unfortunately, because I don't know how to get it from the CD to my phone anymore. So if I don't buy it on Apple, I don't get it. And because I have a lot of my old original stuff on my phone that I transferred from iTunes, but I don't dare touch it because I'll probably lose everything.
yeah, I have Apple Music. Well worth it too.
I like it.
Well worth it. My daughter has a DVD player in her room because in the morning we play worship music for her. Then we switch, and it's a schedule. Monday, Carrie Underwood. Tuesday, Phil Wickham, because she knows it. Like she can't remember. Ask her what she ate 2 days ago, what day it was. Joel tells her she don't know. Put a song on every
Every
word,
word.
Nice.
a show. The brain is so complex. It's incredible. But yeah, she has a DVD player. It still works well. Just
She remember it's even Mr. Joe Cards,
Mr. Joe
right?
Cards.
Mr. Joe
Yeah.
Cards.
Hmm.
Andrew said that his wife went to a convention. The hotel was bad, and the D2D con was better. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything wrong with a D2D con
No, it was a good
hotel.
hotel.
No,
I mean,
we were
it
just talking about it, me and Joe.
Yes.
and I was Michael Canistrari come on the stream the other night. I don't know if he'll come on tonight. And I said, Mike, we got to get together and start, because it was this time last year we started locking down those dates.
Listen,
And
I sent the text out. Ray wanted to be on it because he handled all the posters and stuff.
Right.
And we started discussing it. Last you guys said Mike's going to go check it out. I haven't heard nothing since. But you snooze, and we're going to be in February.
yeah. It did sneak up, but now we're in mid-October. So, and we were on it all last year. So I'll get with Mike. Like I said, I've been down and out for a week.
I get it.
Since last week, I've been down and out. But I did send him a message. It's like, Mike, we got to get on that. So I think it's a little more expensive than last year because they want to charge us to use the little room. But we do I think it's a Friday, Saturday this year, and then Thursday night maybe use the little room. And I don't know
How
about
much could that be?
Yeah, but even if Dave, even if let's say so you're doing Friday, Saturday, okay? That's your gig. And
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. The
Me
Friday, Saturday, because most people left on Sunday anyway.
right.
So at least it gives you really 2 full days.
Yep.
If let's say a few of us come down on a Thursday night, how much could they charge for the room?
It'll be less on a Thursday, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And so if a few of us come down, how much?
But
and if
I'm
not,
thinking,
we,
I
not
think
we
they
sit in
wanted
the
to charge.
lobby.
I think they wanted to charge us $300 to use that small room on Thursday.
Really,
night.
just for the one night.
I think so. Yeah, I was not happy about because last
Well,
time
you know
we got
what?
it
If
for
there's
free.
10 of us, it's $30.
Yeah, we got it for free the last time, so I was like, I was kind of disappointed to hear that. But
That is weird because I would think, and they should, well, they wouldn't know, but we're going to have more people. You're going to have to cap it too, like
Oh,
Keith
I
does.
think so.
You're going to have to cap
In
it.
my
but
opinion,
it's
Dave,
got to get out there. The tickets have to be settled. But this is stuff we could discuss on us. But you're not feeling good? Pass the buck. I'll deal with Mike.
yeah,
no,
I'll help
I'll
you
get.
too. I'll throw in.
We'll
I'll
all
be
we'll
on.
all get with it. We'll all figure it out. We all want the same thing, so we'll all get it away.
I'm
And
just not ordering the pineapple pizza.
I thought it was good. The pineapple pizza.
You had your chance. I told you if you came to
I'll eat all
Canton,
the
I would have enjoyed
pineapple in
it,
the
but you
world,
didn't
but
come.
I'm not eating it on pizza.
Frank, best wishes. His wife's having some surgery,
Oh.
so yes, Frank. We want to
Frank,
make
you
sure.
got it. You
We want
got
to
it.
make
Yep,
sure everything
prayers
goes
are with
well
you,
over
Frank.
there.
You could put it on my wife's church prayer list too, if you like. That's up to you. But yes, we will.
Sean says if he wins the lottery, he's going to come to D2D-Con. It's full, Sean. I'm sorry, it just filled up. Just filled up.
What did Ron? Ron's asking a question.
Yeah. Let's see.
that?
Ron says, "Hey, Dave, a question. Have you been on McGrath Highway there in Boston? I saw when I was living there at the Chelsea Market. I probably have been on it. I stay out of Boston. I don't like the city, so I don't go in Boston that much. Sometimes I got to drive through it. I usually go around it if I can, and it's still a lot of traffic. But I don't like going into the city, so I've probably been on it if you've been through the Chelsea Market area. But um, yeah, I stay out of the cities. Cities are not good. I don't like cities.
Ron, you better be at D to Decon. I want no
Frank, I'll
excuses
take
this year.
care of that. And yes, for sure. If you're approving it, we'll take care of that. For
Yeah.
sure.
So let's have a little fun gaming talk here. One of the things we were going to talk about tonight, we were kicking around some ideas for a topic, and so let's change the scene as we get onto the topic here. So we got a new scene here.
The
And
Matrix.
we were talking about what seasons do we play? Why do we buy certain seasons? Why do we play certain seasons? And I know we've talked about this quite a bit on the show and on the thing, but it's always a fun topic here to talk about. The other night I put on the 68-69 Blackhawks and the Blues. I played Apple Hockey the other night here on the channel. And for me, I recently picked up the two late 60 seasons to round out my, my kind of my Bobby Orr thing, I guess. And I for me to play it's not really in my wheelhouse, but I've played so much in my wheelhouse that I try to expand on either end of my wheelhouse once in a while. So for me, picking seasons that I'm obviously very familiar with the teams and the players, I have certain memories of certain teams, especially in the late 70s, early 80s, which is really my fine tuning. If I had to dial it in, I'd say 79, 80 really is my sweet spot for all the sports. It's just, I remember, where I was growing up, the hard time I had growing up, and how much sports meant to me. And it got me through a lot of things. And the
Oh,
damn
yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting to the conference finals was a big deal for me. Celtics winning a championship was kind of fun. And so just that was, so that's my sweet spot there. So I usually start when I start buying seasons, if I have a new game or something, it's always somewhere between 78 and 81. That's just
Okay.
where I start.
Do you purchase that season for all your favorite games that has that season? Or
I
do you do
usually,
it just
I
for the
usually,
game you love playing?
no. If I like a game and I'm gonna play a game, I first look at the seasons that are available, and there's some games I've purposely avoided because they didn't have anything in my size, if you will. And I
Okay.
didn't want to buy a game and like the game and then
And
not
then
be
there's
able to
nothing available.
not play my favorite seasons.
Okay.
So
So
I will avoid games like that.
we'll say 4 games you love, hockey games, right? 3 games, whatever they are. I know pretty much what they are. They all have, we'll say, the 79 season. You're buying them for each game?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Same thing. Yep.
Yep. I
Yep.
mean,
Because you know you're going to get something different out of each game for that season.
yeah, because I play them all for different reasons. And, I did start
Yep.
off, though, like, I would buy, like, Hockey Bones I bought this season, and then App I bought this season, and then this other game I bought this season. But then over time, it's like, I really like this game, and I really would like to play this season.
Yeah.
But it's fun, after you played things for a while to expand on that. So, like I said, that's why I picked up the late 60s. I'm not real familiar with it because I was barely alive at that point. But I remember the names, and it was fun playing that Blackhawks Blues game the other day where Tony Esposito wasn't on the Blackhawks at that point yet. That was kind of fun to see
He was
that.
still with the
Was it
Canadians.
Dennis DeJordy was in the net? Jacques
Jordy was
Plante
their guy.
was the net for the Blues. You had the Barclay Plagers. You had Chico and Wayne Mackey on the Blackhawks. So names I kind of remember growing up. When Bobby Orr started playing against those teams. When I became cognizant. And so as far as what I buy, I usually obviously buy my wheelhouse, which is the 78, 79, 80. Those are my formative years. And then, it depends what happens over time. Of course, I have the Bruins Cup season in 2010, 2011. The Ray Bork I just picked up, the 20 2001 when he won the cup there. Every now and then, I get I like expansion years. So 74, 75 is a big one for hockey for me. 76 for football is a big one for me.
Oh, great season.
So for me, I like expansion teams too. And you know me, I like the bad
Oh,
teams.
yeah.
So I have 69 for baseball, which is the 4 teams that I didn't realize it was 4 teams. Again, I'm not a big baseball guy, but I knew the Pilots played there. So I was like, I want to play some Pilots. So I bought 69 for APA and payoff pitch. I think I have them both. And I think even season ticket baseball, I might have it in too. And so I have so I got to play some expansion teams, and I just like that stuff there. So that's some of the reasons I buy seasons.
Right. But you will buy from the companies you like the same season to give them all the world, right? You would do that.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not like I'm going to buy 79 and APA and then nothing else. I will buy that, and if I like a game enough, I will buy my favorite seasons for that game.
Right.
Absolutely.
Joe, I know hockey, it just has to come out in hockey, but I know you've said to me that you I have this season that I'm doing, so I'm not going to buy it for that game, but I might get it for this game. What are your thoughts on that when you do it?
So I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen the others. Like, and one of my favorite seasons, 91, 92, and we've discussed that.
Mm-hmm.
I have it in Grant's game. I have it in what's his name's game, Red Ice.
Red Ice.
But I'm dying for it on Hockey Blast. I'm dying for it on Hockey Blast,
Yeah.
and I buy it, and I might not necessarily buy it on APA. I might not necessarily
That's what
buy
I
it from
mean.
Strat, but I want it on Hockey Blast. So yeah, I will get it on a couple of different game engines, favorite seasons if I have. 71, 72, I think I have on a couple of different game engines. Yeah,
I've been on not a witch hunt, more like a witch pestering. I hit up Keith. I hit up Grant. I don't want to buy the full season from APA. I thought they were in the great team sets. You know where I'm going.
I know where you're going.
95, 96. Look at that season. Aside from the Red Wings, phenomenal year.
You,
It's not out there.
and on that, Vinny, I was thinking, Dave, when you were saying earlier, a topic for tonight and all that. I would love to get. I know you can't get 4 game developers on here, but I would love to pick the brains of some of these game developers and say, why is it you don't go after certain seasons? Like 95, 96, perfect example. I don't think anybody has it, Vin.
No. And
I
you know
don't.
what I was
I
telling
think
Joe?
APA does, obviously.
APA does.
APA,
Yeah,
right.
they have
That's
everything.
the big reason. When I started playing these games here, I started with Strat, and I was like, okay, what else there is? And then I says, boy, APA says they have everything.
They do.
Yeah.
If I could get into this game, I could play any season I want, and that's why I really push it, and I got through it, and I enjoy it so much now.
And, I keep saying I won't buy it, but I might because their seasons. I don't play baseball, so I don't
Right.
get 1,200. Their hockey seasons. I'm sorry, I'm playing them. They're not that expensive. Not for what they
You know,
give.
agree.
$75, $80, maybe.
I made a whole post
Right.
about that.
Yeah.
You saw the post I
Right.
made about
Yes.
that.
So I might get it because I'm not a Red Wings fan, but that team
Yeah.
You're a
was
hockey
so
fan.
much fun to
Right.
play. The Abs was so much fun to play. I looked to see if they had the Final Four teams. They didn't have it for that year. I would have even bought that. But it's like, where the heck is this? Not their thinking because they put out a lot of seasons, but why, like Joe said, why is that
Why
season
certain
so
seasons, right?
incredibly
I bet
avoided?
from the people I've talked to, all the developers, and I've talked to a handful. Okay,
Yeah, you
no, I
have.
haven't asked them this specific question. Okay, when I talk to them about that, just about everybody's answer is, I would love to have all the seasons. My goal with this game is to have all the seasons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Realistically, is it going to happen? I don't know.
no.
But no one's ever said, "Yeah, I'm not doing this season." So to kind of answer your question and a coming at you in
No, I
like
hear what you're
from a
saying.
different angle. It's no one's ever said, yeah, that's one season I won't do. No one's ever said that. They've all said I'd like to get every season, but some people, like Grant, he's working a couple different games. He's it takes a while to do the seasons. Joe with
He's
payoff
really
pitch
kind of
the
new
same
in the
way.
hockey end of
Yeah,
it too.
and so these guys are by themselves ranking these seasons, and even was it Joe from Payoff Pitch? He says it takes him a couple of months or so to do a season,
Yeah.
and that's on
If
top
you
of
want to do
living
it
his
right,
life and his
yes,
regular job, and
yes.
and all the things. So I
Yes.
mean,
I
we
mean,
can't expect.
Keith has a lot of hockey seasons out. He
Yeah,
does.
Yeah.
but I mean, I think everybody wants them all. But there's some. I think people have asked some people, hey, why not do like an obscure season? Like, why don't you do like 1936 hockey or,
It's hard to
and it's
find the
like,
stats.
yeah, it's hard to find the stats. Number one, and number two, it's like I don't know. Like the WHA and the ABA and stuff like that. People come up with these, the USFL and what the World Football League and all these crazy leagues, and it's just like I don't know. People have said I don't know if it'd be worth it to
The
do it.
market. Yes.
The amount of time it's going to take me to do this, and the
Mhm.
amount of money I would make back, and how many people would
Right.
actually buy it. It's just like it
Right.
really doesn't make a
Is
lot of
the
sense
interest
to me.
there, right?
I've
Right.
had this conversation countless times with Anthony Apostolico, and he only makes the seasons for his interest, for fun. If he sells them, he sells them. He sells his PDF sheets for $20. You know how long it takes him to create a classic soccer season or a tournament? You don't even want to imagine. It's like with ST. He puts out 11 team sets. Do you know how
Mhm.
long it takes him to create the 11 teams and then what he sells them for? He's making pennies.
Mm.
And they're top
Well,
notch.
oh no, they're just
It's just the research he does, like the time he puts in,
yes.
and
That's what I
that
mean.
you play it, and they're top notch.
Then we take somebody like Grant. Well, hockey's not his only game.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do
And
you
he's
get him
alone, like
to
Dave
do
said.
that? Right. I mean, 95, 96 is a very, very, I don't know the right word, but you're chasing it down. For baseball, now I'm not even a big baseball player, but over the years when I was, the hardest season, nobody produced it, was 1939. Nobody. I don't care how you. Appa might have had it. Strat never had it, even when they had all their
Mm.
seasons. I don't know who else. I don't think Clay has it yet. Joe don't have it, and that was one of the better Yankee teams. And you try
Mm.
to you try to find what's the fan base out there. There's a lot of Yankee fans.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still one, but I'm more of a fan. I'm not a fan of that sport anymore. But the other thing, like I was telling Grant and Keith, there's a lot of Detroit Red Wings fans out there. I come across more Red Wings fans than I do any other team in the gaming community. That's
Wow.
just me. So I think yeah, he's going to make a lot of money. I love that line. Who knows how
No,
many he's going to
yeah.
sell? And he could sell 200 of them. He's still not making
I
a
mean,
lot of money.
So
and
90 was that Colorado and Florida 95, 96?
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But Detroit had like 130 points or
Oh,
something.
that Avalanche and Red Wings series, yeah.
Oh, that was insane.
And was I talking to you? It was Joe or Vinny. I was talking about how when I play, I want to eventually do, playoffs and do 1-16 because
Yeah, you were saying we
those,
were discussing that like the other night.
yeah, those are the matchups. That Avalanche Red Wings was such a good matchup. That would have been the cup matchup that year, not Florida. Nothing against Florida. Hey, they made it, whatever. It was a 4-0 series. That Avalanche Red Wings, hard nosed, bloody black and blue.
Yep.
That would have been the cup finals to
Mhm.
have.
You know what I'm doing now? I put it on the table. I'm getting closer with the guys here the other day, up and down the steps. I probably went up and down the stairs more than 17 years we're living here. But so I went up there. I took out the team. Long story short, I put the 22-23 Bruins. That was a 6 season they had.
Oh, jeepers,
And I
yeah.
hate seeing, and I'm not a Bruins fan, but I hate seeing a team like that get knocked out.
In the
Like
first,
when Tampa Bay got
Tampa
swept,
Bay
I was
18,
crushed.
19.
But I'm putting them against the potential Stanley Cup should have been Vegas and the Bruins, and I'm going to play that on Hockey Blast and see. But yeah, there's just a lot of teams that are really good teams that aren't out there. I was shocked that Red Wings team wasn't in any of Appa's great sets.
131 points. Yeah, they were.
And look who's on the roster. I bet you they had at least 4 Hall of Famers.
Well, Fedorov, Yzerman, Coffey, Kozlov,
Lindstrom.
Larionov, Lidstrom, Primo, Cicerelli, Fedosov,
There you go.
Konstantinov,
Cicerelli. I didn't
Darren
realize.
McCarty,
Wow.
Bob Erie, Chris Draper, Chris Osgood was the goalie,
Yeah.
Stu Grimson.
Well, that was the year that
Osgood.
Claude Lemieux cheap shotted Draper.
Mike Vernon was actually on that team too.
Yeah, he had the fight with Waugh.
He didn't play any games though, did he?
No, that was during the season. They had that big brawl. That Vernon came flying out of the net.
I don't think he played any games.
That season,
Yeah,
I might be off. I know I'm off, but
I'm looking at Mike Vernon here. It doesn't say he had any games. He played. He got 2 penalty minutes.
Oh, wait, no, it was Vernon that fought Waugh. All right, somebody in the chat, help me out. I'm getting old. But yeah, and that was also the year that when Draper got cheap shotted by Lemieux, and then McCarty jumped Lemieux and pummeled him. Not in the same game, but when they met, first thing right off the bat, McCarty just jumped Lemieux.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at goals. Of course, he didn't score any goals.
I was going to say Vernon played most of that season.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was my bad.
That's all right.
Yeah, Osgood played most of them, and then Vernon
All right,
played.
that was 97. Okay, 2 years later.
Yeah,
But didn't
95.
the rivalry?
97.
But the
1997.
rivalry started that 95, 96 season.
I don't think I have that season.
No,
I got
nobody has 95, 96.
93, 94.
Yeah, everybody sells that. It's
93,
weird.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
Avalanche that's a team that that's a good team too. The team that won it there, Sakic,
yeah.
Forsberg, Kaminsky,
Oh, I love
Lemieux,
Forsberg. I love-
Ozelich, Deadmarsh, Simon, Yell, Ricci, goalies Fassay and Waugh.
I told you guys my Peter Forsberg story, right? With my daughter.
Yeah, you told me that story.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
What a guy. I ever tell you that, Dave?
You might have. I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
I think when Carmelina was in the hospital, and I tell you I had a relationship with the Flyers, and
Oh yeah.
very good relationship. Like I said, me and Bernie Perrant, I mean, I had his number, and that was what a humble guy. The most humble superstar I've ever met in my life. Anyway, Peter Forsberg, we were still up at the hospital with her. She was there for 10 months. And my family was having a fundraiser because we had gone through, you have no idea how much money. Insurance had run out. Long story short, he sends us autographed jersey. His jersey, like autographed, game worn.
Wow.
So months later, I'm home. We finally get home with her, and the phone rings. I answer it. It's Bob Kelly. Calls me. I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Well, Peter Forsberg remembered he signed that jersey for your daughter, and he wants to go up and see her. He's going up to the hospital." Now I'm getting goosebumps.
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Bob, she's home." His voice, my skin is crawling, was more grateful than mine. "Oh, thank God," he goes. "We are so happy," he said. "I will let Peter know." When he hung up the phone, I broke down because I'm like, Peter Forsberg, little more important stuff throughout his day than you would think my daughter. She's mine, not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He remembered her. He remembered signing that jersey. That's the majority of hockey players too.
Yeah,
But,
hockey players are very good like that.
yes, but
Very
that
good.
was Peter Forsberg at my Flyers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's a 95, 96. That's a good season to get. Frank says, "Do I have XHL?" Yeah, I have it. I haven't played it yet, but I do have it. I do plan on playing it.
I finally opened mine, Dave.
Yeah, I saw that. I want to I want to make my own game out of that, Chris says that's why I like games that have rating instructions. You can do your own specific seasons. Yeah, I mean that is kind of neat that to be able to do that. That is a good thing actually.
Yeah.
I found it to be a pain in the neck, but I
I
guess
just don't have the brain for it, buddy.
I don't either. If there's a season you really want and that's the way to go, then yeah.
Oh, wait. Now we could ask Chris to do it for us.
Yeah, Chris, can you do the things for us? Yeah. No, yeah, that might be a season I might get to 95, 96 for for Appa. I don't think Hockey Bones has that season. Hockey Bones
Oh, I didn't
Appa
think of
has
that.
the most. Appa just has the
Oh
most.
yeah. Oh yeah. I might have to do it.
How were the Rangers that year in 95, 96?
Mm,
Messier, Leach, Verbeek, Pat Verbeek with the Rangers, huh? Robitaille, Graves, Kovalov, Ferraro, Bruce Driver,
Oh,
and
Luke
Nemchinov,
Robitaille with the
Ulf
Robitaille.
Rangers. I
Danielson, Jeff
forgot that.
Boom, Sergei Momesso, Kevin
Momentum.
Lowe. That's a loaded squad. Joey Koser,
What was their record that year, Dave?
Healy and Richter in the net. I mean, come on. They were 96 points, 41 and 27. They got knocked out by the Penguins.
Penguins.
The Gwins, who had 102 points.
It's like in the 91-92 season. President's Cup and the Penguins knocked them out.
Yeah, well, the MVP that year was Mario Lemieux. So
And no matter how many times I try to replay it, I just can't beat those Penguins.
Yeah. That actually might be a good season to get. I might have to look into that one, you know?
Mario
2018, 2019. Tampa
But yeah,
Bay.
I like playing the seasons that, obviously you got to be familiar with people.
Yeah.
Maybe I kind of like 70-71 hockey's another good one for me. And that's the year the Bruins didn't win the cup.
I love that
And
team.
I like playing that season because they didn't win it. And when I play 69 and when I play 71, the years they did win it, there's this expectation that if they don't win it on my table, that I've fallen short. Whereas there's no expectation in 70-71 because that's the year that they were upset. So
That was the year they scored over 400 goals that year, right?
yeah, they
Yeah,
just
that
ran
was
into
insane.
they ran into Ken Dryden, who was just insane.
You couldn't tell by looking at his highlights card, though, right? 49 highlights. Remember you showed us?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing, he's one of those anomalies that you're not supposed to play him all season with that card.
No, he only played in the playoffs that year.
Yeah, you're supposed to just
Mhm.
play in the playoffs. So, regular season. In fact, I think I played. Was it App or I think it was Hockey Bones, and I was playing that series with Chicago, Montreal, and I got an injury check, and Tony Esposito was out for like a period, and then the next game I got an injury check for Dryden, and he was out for the game. And I don't usually play injuries, but for some reason I was playing injuries this time, and Dryden got knocked out, and they brought in, was it Vachon and whoever it was, and they lit him up, and the Blackhawks won the series because Dryden was out. It's the only way they won the series.
I think you guys both cheat when you're playing against my team.
Of course I
Oh,
do.
stop.
Of
I
course
don't
I
like
do.
this.
Of course I
Chris,
do.
we got to work out.
No.
Chris needs more time. If we get him a little more time, he'll create seasons for us. There
All
you go.
right. Chris is going to create some seasons.
All right,
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And we could send you some stuff to corner around. I have still have not opened. I opened one payoff pitch season that I brought home from Canton. And
Oh,
You
that
still
was
haven't opened those bricks?
no.
They look like firework bricks, when you used to
I-
get fireworks as a kid.
Or like a drug bust.
I thought the DEA was going to raid his house when he showed that pitch.
Yeah, you should have thrown a couple of $100 bills down on the table. It would look like
Imagine.
A gun, a
Imagine.
couple of guns, $100 bills.
No comment.
Oh man, Vinny, let me ask you this. And
Sure.
Dave has talked about it. What era do you kind of seem to lean towards? Like
What
certain
era?
amount of years, certain years in all your sports.
If I had like to stick with one of my favorites, probably between the late 60s and the mid 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. I
And
mean, that
why? Why do you lean on that?
was my wheelhouse. I was a kid. I was first impressed. And I
You were
think there was
young because
so
we're the
many-
same age, so you were
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. But we started listening and watching hockey.
No,
when
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
my
it was
father,
8 years
yeah.
old, right?
I mean,
And,
I remember. I kind of remember parts of the '69 Mets World Series.
right.
And
I
was,
remember.
7.
You know what's crazy? I remember the 68 World Series.
Wow.
I remember that series like I don't
Wow.
know why, but yet I don't remember much about the 69 series. How could that be, right?
Wow.
Especially being in New York.
Special being in New York in the
Yeah,
Miracle
yeah,
Mets,
yeah.
right?
But that was my impression. Like that's what was impressed upon me. That was years.
What made you remember? What made you remember the '68 World Series?
I think it was the performances of Lolich, Gibson,
Okay.
McLean.
Okay.
Lolich was great. just remember that. I don't know.
So when you were into Strat, did you buy that season?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I even replayed 68 was the one I tell you that story the
The
first
year with
time
the
it came
pitcher.
out on the
Oh
Commodore
yes, you
64.
did tell me the story.
Yeah,
Yes.
the first time I ever put it up, loaded it up, and it was with the big floppies. What were they? The
Yeah.
5 and a.
Five
So
and a quarter floppy. Yeah.
I load up the Cardinals and the Pirates. Got to throw Bob Gibson against them. He throws a no hitter. I had to say, waited for my brother. I wouldn't shut it down. I waited for my brother to come. I'm like, Mike, look at this. First game ever. He goes, that's crazy. But you remember that card, Gibson's card was like, I mean, it was
Wow.
the year of the pitcher. There was so many. Louis T. on had great card. Dean Chant. There was so, because it was the year of the pitcher. But
You know,
yeah.
it's I don't know, like you, and hockey is 71, 72, maybe 73 Mets stick out. I think I told Dave the story the other night when I almost got in trouble in school because I had the earphone in
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they were
yeah.
playing. um, but I don't know what it is. I just lean towards 83, 82, 83 to 1986.
Hmm,
Those couple of years in like all my sports.
hmm.
In hockey, all right, I did go to a lot of games, a lot of Ranger games, like 83, 84. That teams, the Mets, 86, obviously, but like I love their 84, 85 seasons too. And football too with the Giants, 85, 86.
Oh, football, that was a peak.
David just picked up 86 for Appa. He's got the 49ers and the Dolphins and Marino. Oh my gosh, yeah. I,
Marino's a
Nice.
monster
I,
on the apricot.
I'm kicking around that 86 season myself, David. I want to get 80. That's really my target. And I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. 80
Football?
80 football, yeah. That's really my sweet spot. So I remember exactly where I was, where I lived, what I was going through in my life at that time, and football was a big deal for me in
That's
1980.
that's when the
Yeah.
Giants, I think, made the playoffs for the first time in years. If I'm not
Really?
mistaken, then Danilo kicked the field goal to go into the playoffs.
Joe Dinello. Wow.
Joe Danilo, the nose.
Mhm. Wow.
Allen, first World Series he remembers was 63.
Dodge. All right, Dodge. Yep.
He's
Yeah,
in
I
there.
wouldn't want to remember that one, but they swept the Yankees. But I saw, talking about prices and stuff for Apple and all, and I saw Frank said when they used to give out 21 players in baseball, it was great. But now these kind of outpriced them because, I mean, aren't they over $100 now for Apple baseball seasons? Because they caught every player.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
up there. Yes.
I think if you want to get, well, like the 70s, I think they're all contained. But if you want to get something in the 90s and beyond, you can get the season for like $90 and the extra players are like another 30 or so. So,
that's a lot,
but
in my opinion.
I mean, it's 10 cents a card. So if you're getting 1,500 cards, yeah, it's 150
And the
bucks.
quality, again, the quality of the
Very
cards.
good, very
Yeah,
good, and
yeah,
it's a game that that stands a test of time and the whole bit.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I might get the 95, 90. I do like the game. There's no doubt about it. I do like the game. Even when I was setting up my hockey blast and separating, trying to see exactly what seasons I had, I'm like, man, I just got those 3 great team sets for Apple. I got to get them on the table. And I'm like, when am I going to do that? So I cleared off the table down here, and then we might
yeah,
have to just bounce back and forth, play one period of hockey blast, and then run down here and play one period of Apple. And
yeah, yeah.
What do
I'll
you
be
think, me?
switching. I'll be like, yo, no, I'm not. Joe, all you got to do is slide your chair left
It's
and
not my
right, man.
chair. So
That's it.
there was one time I was playing the full play hockey hockey blast, and I was playing another game from the same season in the Express, and I was going back and forth between the two. I was like, I got to stop this.
That's, you got a phenomenal setup. So,
Thank you.
wow. See what Chris is doing in the chat there? That was a fun baseball game. Did you ever play that one, Dave? Full count?
No,
I remember
Lance
full
Hafner?
count baseball. Why does that
Lance
stick
Hafner.
out in my head?
never did that.
Also played on my Commodore 64. Yep. He
It
says
was a
he's creating.
PC game.
Yeah. You can still
Okay.
play them with the emulators, but yeah, I was because we wanted to revisit the 3-and-1 football. Oh my goodness, I must have played hundreds of that game, and I was like, when I realized you could play sports games out there, that's all I needed. Like the days of doom playing were over.
I had a Commodore 64 myself, and this was oh boy, right out of high school. Was that mid '80s? Right, was when that come out. And I got this game. It was called Ultima. It was an adventure
Oh
game.
yes.
I think it was Ultima 3. It's called Ultima 3 Exodus. And it just had a really cool like Dungeons and Dragons cover. So we bought it and we put it in. It was the floppy disk. It was two floppy disks. One was for the world and one was for the cities when you went into the cities. And you just used the keyboard. There was no mouse back then. You used the keyboard and you just walked around and then you get in fights with stuff and then you would, your crew would fight the other guys and then you go into the city and you'd barter and get gold. It was just a really, simple, you know, I don't even know if it was DOS at the time, but it was just Dungeons and Dragons with keyboard. And I remember playing the game for 3 months, and my team got killed, right? And you started over. There was no saving if you died. The game
Oh
would save because you would play and then you could save the game where you were. If you died,
That was it.
that was it. And I didn't know that. And I was like 3
oh
months of playing down the tubes.
wow.
And because we were young and, there was no internet or anything back then, I started again. And this time, every time I would go into a battle that I thought I was going to lose, I would just shut the thing off, or the disc would spin. And I took the disc out. And that's the only way I could get through the game. And it took me over a year to actually finish the game. No joke. It took me over a year to finish that game. And
Wow.
it finally finished. And I was like, oh, that was it. I'm done. you know? Um, but yeah, so that was the crazy thing about those games back then is that you died. That was
We
it.
got off the beaten path a little bit, but now at least we did. The one game I could never figure out, and I wish I did you ever play? I'm sure you did. Myst.
Oh, I
No.
hated that.
It was hard.
I couldn't figure that out.
Okay, so then I wasn't that shot because back then I had a half a brain, but
But it
oh
was just
wow.
one of these things. It's like there's a valve you spin.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who
What is?
are you? Remember that? Who are you?
Yeah. It's just like, what does this do? And then you found out that it opened something else somewhere on the island, but you literally had to like try everything, and it was just like it was just a convoluted mess.
I
It
knew
was
you had a mess with it. I had a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just I remember the game and it's just like, oh man, yeah, those is that the one on the island that you went to the island and you were solving something?
And
I
I
don't think
couldn't solve nothing
I
in
don't think
there.
I solved any of the
No,
puzzles. Some people
no.
loved it, but it to me it just like you would find something and that you needed to open, but it opened somewhere else on the island, but you didn't know where it was or what
It was
what
nuts. It was nuts.
it was crazy.
Oh wow, Chris.
Sean says that he remembers the '84 series with the Tigers. I remember listening to an interview with Geddy Lee from Rush, and this was during that '84 year, and he was a big baseball guy, and so he'd be backstage watching the baseball game, and if the game was going into extra innings, he wouldn't go on the stage until the game was over. And he was talking to somebody about that, and he's just like, "Yeah," he goes, I love baseball, so I'm watching the game, and if I'm late going on stage, it means the baseball game's running late." And so
That's
it's kind of
great.
funny. But I remember him there doing an interview, and he was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I really think the Tigers going to take it this year." And he said that, and they did. The Tigers won it that
They
year.
were a good team. Yeah.
You know.
Joe, play any PC games back then?
Did I play? I didn't really play on PC. I did play. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I played. It was a game called Hotel Mogul, and you. It was. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Casino Mogul. And you in
Mogul?
Vegas, Las
Mogul?
Vegas, you had to build a casino. It's like a sim game. I used
Okay.
to play
Casino
some of the
Mogul.
sim
Right.
games and
Right.
stuff
Right.
like that.
Right.
But that was really it. I never really played any sports games on the computer.
Yeah.
Um,
I
the
got
the only
both.
the only thing maybe I played was Blades of Steel and stuff like that. But
Did I
computer
tell you?
wise,
Deal.
Did
I
I tell you I
love
just
Blades of
played a
Steel.
friend of mine because he bought in his system for the little guys he's got. And we played Blades of Steel. It was so corny. Oh
It
my!
was
I couldn't find the puck. Oh
but
man!
it was
But
so good when it came
just
out.
to
Yeah.
remember it.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
Yeah.
was right.
Yes. Yes.
David
Uh,
asked me if did I ever play Wasteland on the back around '89 or '90. I think I've heard of Wasteland, but I don't know if I played it or
I
not.
played Borderlands, but that wasn't that far back.
Borderlands was like 10 or 15 years ago. That was pretty fun. I played Borderlands too.
One
You
of
know
my
why I love
favorite
those
games.
games? Like the Assassin's Creed. I'd spend more time
Oh, my
just going
son used to love
all
that game.
around, especially Assassin's Creed, because they really created like all the old churches in Italy,
Hmm.
Yeah.
street, and I'm like, holy cow, the artwork, everything in it was unbelievable. But I just like moving all over the place.
I
Like,
did too. I would just take my guy. I would climb up all the pyramids. You
yeah,
find the special locations. You just
yeah,
that's the great thing about those open adventure games is you go around and you find things, and it's just you find a little cave or a little house with something
Lara Croft.
stupid in it. Yeah, it's just you just go around and just
yeah.
explore, and that
I
was half
loved
the
it.
fun about those games. It wasn't about beating it or winning it. It was just
No,
about exploring. And the Assassin's Creed was so good because that guy could climb anything, and you could get up on the top of this. Yeah, there was this one. Holy cow! Remember, it was in the middle of the ocean. There was this big statue, and it's tiny. And you could, if you did it just right, you could climb up his arms
yes,
and go all the way up to the top, and his
yes,
arms in the air, and you could right up to the tip of his fingers. It was and look over, and it was so awesome. It was like,
it
oh
was
man, that
unbelievable.
I'd sit there for like half hour just like looking around. It's
Yeah,
just and then I think you could even dive off into the water
yep,
because you're
yep,
basically invincible. Yeah,
yep.
but yeah, those are really kind of fun. I enjoyed um that game too.
I still have them here, but I don't play console anymore. Like I said, what I need to do is start that PS5 up though, because if the kids come, they're going to be spending 2 days updating
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't turned on my consoles in years. Yeah, me and Barbara used to chat while we played. She has 4,000 hours into Assassin's Creed.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt
Yeah.
it.
Oh, we used to play.
But
And I
does
forget.
she change the picture when she's supposed to? That's the.
I forget which game it was. There was one game I played. You're going into the pyramids, and there was snakes, and it was
Oh,
dark, and you would go in there, and all of a sudden you hear, and it was,
wa-
and I
was
had
it?
the
Wasn't
headphones
that
on, and it was scared the
Oh,
crap out of me. Every time I heard the snakes, I'm like, I'm out of here, snakes.
wasn't that Raiders of the Lost Ark? The game Raiders of the Lost Ark? When you used to
I
go
don't know.
down, you had to drop into the pyramid like he
Oh
did in
yeah,
the
that
movie
was in the
with
movie.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and but in the game too.
Oh, was it?
You
Yeah,
used to hear.
yeah. This one was there's snakes everywhere in the pyramids when you're going through, and
It's
so you
wild.
used to have to take a torch and throw it down, and you could spot them. And no, I didn't scream like a girl.
Oh, thank
I
you for
just
that
had to scream.
information,
There's a difference
Barbara.
between screaming like a girl and screaming.
Thank you for that info,
The
Barbara.
snakes, because they're in the headphones, and it was
Right.
so good. The sound and the audio quality was so good that just, I'd be like, can you hear them in the headsets?
Oh,
Um,
Barbara's insisted. David, you are 100% right. I have
I never
that
was the
game.
Spider-Man guy. Never was the
Oh
Spider-Man
man,
guy.
you want to talk about exploring the city and web slinging through all the buildings
Yeah.
and oh
Oh
my
yeah, I can
gosh,
imagine that.
the
Yeah.
graphics are sick. Barbara ratted you out, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We might have to remove her from the chat room.
So yeah, seasons. We got away from that, but it's okay because this is a chat. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the PC stuff. I just don't load them up, but there
we
are some
we
good stuff.
we the three of us are big hockey guys, so we always kind of tend to lean towards hockey in our conversations. But baseball, what season would you like to see in baseball?
I think, like I was saying earlier, I don't know anybody that has 39 out there.
39.
I bet Apple does, but I don't know anybody else that has the 1939 season.
Okay.
I'd like to have. I like old time baseball, as you know, so I love the dead ball era too. And nobody does dead ball really.
I didn't realize Play has the 1935 season.
Yes,
Really?
Yeah, I didn't
yes.
realize it.
I
Yeah,
believe
I'm
Cubs,
thinking
right?
about ordering it.
I think that was the Cubs. I think Rig Stevenson had like a
Hmm.
huge year that season. Oh, here he is. Mike, how do you get time away from your baseball project? Get back, get back.
All right.
That is every time he pops up, I think of it. That's incredible dedication. So
For
yeah,
me with baseball, I'm kind of lucky
Awesome.
because I have a very, very thin um wheelhouse with baseball. Again, it's
Hmm.
70 77 to 80 really
Oh
is
wow.
what I.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
that's
That's
when
a
I
good
played it.
era.
That's when I
Oh, they
followed it.
definitely are.
That's when I got my
Pirates.
baseball cards. Before that, not too much. Although I do like my Reggie Jackson with the A's. I do like that.
Hmm.
Um, and Sox in '75 with the Reds are pretty good. But before that, no, I don't know too much about it. After that, I was not playing much ball anymore. So,
Yeah.
and baseball was never really my favorite sport anyway. So I have a
Right.
tiny wheelhouse with
I'm
that.
going to go a step further with this. What team do you like to play with the most from a certain season?
With baseball,
Yeah, say baseball, and then we can go to hockey too,
I
but
know the one
football.
I have played the most is 75 Reds,
Okay.
just because I was Johnny Bench. Like, I loved it.
probably I like my '78 Red Sox. I think.
I could
Okay.
see that.
I love the 79 Pirates.
Hmm.
I'd love, and probably right behind that, the 53 Dodgers.
I
But the
like the
79 Pirates, I just love that team.
I
some of
could
those
see that.
A's from the early '70s. I
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
like
fun to play with.
with Joe Rudy and Reggie
Oh,
Jackson.
72, 73s.
I
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
lot of the
yeah.
A's from the dead ball era too. But I
Oh,
love that. Like one of the players, if I ever had a choice to go back and I could see pitch, was Rube Waddell. I just hope he would stay on the mound long enough. So as long as no fire engines went flying by,
you know what's a wild team from back then? Well, two teams I'll pick up. The 27 Yankees overshadowed the 27 Pirates. The 27 Pirates were a sick team.
yeah, they were very
You
good.
look and the 25 Giants.
Okay.
Another you look at them, you're like, wow.
Well, the
And I
Giants
only know
back
that
in that,
because I have the Diamond Gems sets,
right?
the dead ball
Yeah,
era. And I
yeah,
was like, wow. When I looked at that Giants team, I was like, wow.
yeah. No, they had a lot of stars, but Giants were good for a long, long time
Hmm.
back then.
Hmm.
You know,
What
I've
about hockey? What team do you love? Like, from what season? Like we just said with baseball. What about
uh,
hockey?
my all-time favorite team. Come on, you gotta know.
It's got to be what
Canadian.
76,
70.
77
76,
Canadian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
77
yeah.
Canadians.
yes. I
What
mean,
about you, David?
my man was at his peak. It was
Yeah,
just
probably, early '70s Bruins. I mean, that's what I grew up watching. I used to know everybody on the team.
Okay.
Now, maybe even late '80s Bruins when they went to the Cup run. That's when I followed them quite a bit too. But
Yeah.
anything like that.
I
Terry
like I,
O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
Milbury.
I like the 69-70 Bruins. I like that team. And that's the one for
Did you
69-7. Yeah, or was
did you
crazy.
play
Remember
with them
showing
yet?
yes,
Oh no, yeah. Oh, you played
and
the app?
the 91, 92 Rangers. I just
Yeah,
love playing with that team.
that's amazing. You love them more than the one that won the cup.
I think they were a better team.
Hmm.
Don't get me
Interesting.
wrong, the 93, 94 Rangers were a great team, the way they gelled together.
Oh
But that
yeah,
91, I think they should have won the cup that year. But Pittsburgh was phenomenal.
Hmm.
yeah, they were good. I just seen a little special on them, and I'm actually listening to an audiobook of I think it's the 50 greatest Boston Bruins Day.
Mm,
Hmm.
The narrator's okay. The information is unbelievable. I just finished listening to the one, not Mike Milbury, Andy Moog, which I was surprised he was in there.
Hmm.
So I know they're saving like the
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
we
right,
love
yeah,
right.
last, but they did Dick Clapper, they just did Terry O'Reilly, but really good information on him, really good.
Hmm.
The narrator's okay enough to keep going because if a narrator's bad and he can't pronounce names,
right.
I'd say that book's got to go. And in
Yeah,
hockey, there's a book out there, The Russian Five, and but I hear the narration's terrible,
yeah,
and that's a killer for me. Like I could imagine him out there pronouncing the names, like Fedoryov or something. They
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
you're
Fedoryov.
getting paid to
Unless
read a
unless it's
book.
the automatic computer generated
No,
stuff,
no,
Yeah.
no.
you know.
Because when they use they have to tell you. They'll tell you it's
Yeah,
AI voice. These are narrators. They're just terrible. They just don't take the time. And as the author, I'd be really mad if you didn't take the time to learn how to pronounce the names to read the book.
yeah,
But there's some guys that like Grover Gardner. He's phenomenal. And what's his name? Barrett, Joe Barrett,
Okay.
real good. They're good. So Yeah, but the Bruins, it's interesting. I've been popping it on, and it's a good way to relax. When I fall asleep or something, I go back to what I last heard.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I talk to my wife. Yes, honey.
Oh,
Yes, honey.
I'm holding that one on you.
Oh, it's recorded. I'm in trouble.
So yeah. So what's going to be on your table this week?
Joe?
What's going to be on my table this week? Well, I'm away, so I don't have my three-table room, so I'm kind of, I'm limited to my space. I've been playing a lot of my the 84 co-op. Been playing a lot of games with that, jumping
Nice.
between Full Play and Hockey Blast Express. I actually I did a quick baseball game before with season ticket baseball. I want to actually jump into John Turnbull's new boxing game this week.
Oh
I
wow.
want to, yeah, I want to try and look into that. I'm hearing really good things about it from a few people.
Gardner's not a boxing fan.
Yeah. No, not my thing.
Yeah, I'm not a. If I do it, I'm gonna do the like I'm gonna play Tony Zale, Rocky Graziano, those kind of era guys. But
You
I'm hearing
mentioned
really good things about it.
my high school wrestling coach. My high school, I went 3 months, but whatever. I was on the team for a while. I couldn't wrestle because I never went to class. But Mr. Mendelson, I think it was his father-in-law's cousin was Tony Zale.
Mm. They had some battles, those two
Wow,
guys.
right?
Hmm.
I always liked I liked from the middleweights down. I was never
Hmm.
a heavyweight fan, except in its heyday. Who wasn't,
Yeah.
with Ali, Frazier, and all of
Yeah,
them. But
yeah,
I like what you call Glory Days. I love it. I love
yes,
it.
that's excellent game.
Yep,
Definitely a top boxing game.
yep. Uh, um, see, that's the problem. You start talking about something, then I want to break it out. But
I did. I think I had told you I did. My favorite boxer was Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I just
mm,
loved the heart, the kid, and I replayed his career a couple years back with that,
nice.
and
Hmm.
he
I was
came
a
pretty close.
Hagler was my guy, and Duran. I got to meet Duran one time at Gleason's gym. It
Mm.
Nice.
was great. Yeah, it was before his fight with Leonard, and yeah, I loved boxing back then. But now, as far as on the table, your original questions for me, you done, Joe?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Are you? I don't
yeah,
want to,
I'm done.
because I know your gaming can go a while.
I
You might.
told you I'm not home. I'm not in
That's
my
true.
my big
You're
home.
limited.
I'm
Yeah.
in my other home,
You only
so I
have
got
two.
limited space.
So you only had two suitcases full of
She got it.
games.
I got to change. I already got an armoire full of games. I got
Nice,
double stuff. You know.
nice, nice. I'm going to play that series for Hockey Blast with Vegas and Boston 22,
Okay.
23, and I got to get Appa back on the table because of those great teams. I really want to break some of them out.
Mm.
I have that Tampa Bay team that was huge that season. There's so many. I could go all day, but the only one I didn't get was the one that has all the teams from the 30s and 40s. I didn't get
Hmm.
that yet, but I might because there's something about having Howie Morantz on my table that just gets me going. Like so, I'll probably do it eventually. But there's so many teams in that set. I think it's roughly I'll see,
Oh yeah,
40 teams,
that was a
30
nice. I
something
saw the
teams. Yeah,
the roster
but
sheet.
yeah, I got 1, 3, and 4 great team sets. So that's what
Howie
I'll be doing. And
Howie
tomorrow I got
Morenz.
tomorrow I got 2 league games in my Strat football league. I got to play online, but after that I'm going to be rolling dice. And
About you,
before,
David?
Geez, I'm dying to get a football game on the table here, but
I
just
knew you were going to say that.
because I snuck on some Apple hockey the other night. I just haven't been feeling good to play anything. Just like even now, my mind's getting a little
Hmm.
foggy here just because of what I've been dealing with, And I've been in and out of bed like all hours of the day. My sleep schedule's all messed up.
That
So
sucks.
yeah, it's just when you get sick, you're tired. You lay down and you want to try to get over it, but then it just screws you up your sleep schedule. Like I get up in the middle of the night last night and went to work today, and then now I'm exhausted, so
Yeah.
I slept during the day. And now I'll be up all night, and now I'm tired again. So I haven't really played anything, but I'm kind of hoping tomorrow I can have a normal day. And I don't know what I'll
Play
get
some
on
football.
I want to get something on the table. It'll definitely be a full play game. I don't know if it's going to be app or if it'll be second season, a season ticket, a solitaire pro, or one of those things there. But I'm just kind of in a football mood right now. And I'm listening to a
Cool.
lot of talk on football. Like I put on the NFL on Sirius and just kind of listen to them chat about football games. And um, Sunday's one of my favorite days. I used to take my dog out for a walk right around like 3:45 and put on the headset, and I would listen to the NFL. They'd whip around and they catch all the
Mhm.
games on the radio, if you've ever listened to that. And it's just like, now let's go to Kansas City where it's 23-23, and then they'll have a couple plays like, okay, now let's go back to New England where the Bills are driving, and then let's go over here to
Like the red zone.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the red
Mhm.
zone for the radio, and
Right.
it used to be kind of relaxing because it'd be like 50 degrees out, walking a dog, and listen to that, getting some exercise, nice and cool outside. So Sundays are kind of my day to do that. But it all depends on how I feel, whether I get something on the table or not. And I start to think about it, and then it's like, oh man, am I going to have the energy to play an hour and a half or 2 hours?
But you know what, Dave? I feel like that at times. I think we all do. Everybody in the chat, everybody.
Mhm.
If you force yourself to start a game, all of a sudden you get into it.
Oh yeah,
Unless
yeah,
you're really feeling like crap,
yeah,
then it's
Mhm.
like, no, I'm not even setting up. But
yeah.
if you force yourself, set it up, and now you're looking at those cards, you got to play them.
There's
It's
been
just
a couple of times that I forced myself to set up, and I started playing it, and I just like I'm not into this. And I don't know if it was because I was sick or just what it was, but I just like, yeah, this ain't working for me. I've set up a complete game. I started. It's just like
I get it.
Yeah,
it's rare.
It
It's
happens
rare. It
to all
doesn't
of
happen
us.
often.
Oh
It doesn't
yeah.
happen often,
Absolutely.
but it does happen. And yes, Earl Campbell's 1900 yards from 1980 is calling. Yes, David, I know. I will be probably getting that at some point.
Tell you something.
Triple G playing some 77 in Buffalo and Baltimore.
Nice.
Yep, I've been liking his stuff too.
Before we went live, funny story. I'm saying about how I'm limited to my space where I am now. So before we went live, I was setting up a Hockey Blast Express, and I had told my wife, I says I'm going to go on soon, And she saw me setting up in one of the rooms in the corner. She says, "So what's that for when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you can't sleep?"
Yeah.
The girl knows you,
She
bro.
knows me.
I've
What?
done that before. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys have done that. Like
no,
I've
I never do that.
I've gone to bed in like early. So I'm gonna get to bed and get some sleep tonight. And I'm in bed, and then next thing you know, it's like 11 o'clock at night. It's like I'm just not gonna be sleeping.
Hmm.
And I'll come
Mhm.
downstairs and I'll play something or I'll set something up and just to kind of occupy my mind to try to
Mhm.
tire me out. And I've
I
done that.
used to. Do you ever see the times this maniac posts his games?
Oh yeah.
3 a.m., 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
4 a.m.
I'll get up and take a pee and say, "Hey, what's going on here?" Well, Joe's playing a game.
And I'm in bed. The only time I'm getting up is if I'm thirsty or I got to go to the
If I
bathroom.
can't sleep, I say, you
I
know
just
what?
roll, toss, turn, put a book. I am not getting off that mattress because I don't get a lot of time on it.
Yeah. If
So,
I don't have
yeah.
to get up in the morning, I have no problem getting up at 11 or 12 and starting something down here. Not necessarily going to finish it, but
Or you ever wake up and all of a sudden and you have a game on your head? I'd like to play this game today.
Yep.
you come down and order a season.
You can't wait to get to that
You don't
point.
come down. You pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
play games.
It's really
Yeah.
crazy.
That's happened quite a few times.
I'm hoping I refrain from ordering 95, 96 from Appen now.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
now we keep
Just
talking.
Now I want to get it
I'll be
myself.
I'm your lifeline. Just call me.
So
I'll
you're
be
going to
your
be on this
sponsor for that.
shoulder. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then it's going to be like, oh, no, you can do it. It's okay. You
Just
might not
have some
get
fun
there.
with it. I know you got ST over here saying, you only live once. Play the game. Play the game.
Oh, man.
Support everybody.
Yeah.
Buy the game. I know. It's what we do.
And then I hear in the middle of my head, my wife, you really ever going to play that? You got
really
so
ever
many
gonna, right?
games. You're ever going to play that? Really? You really needed that? Like today, I bought I'm really struggling my game, but I know it's my conditions. Matter of fact, I was going to actually message Steve Shaw and ask him if he could give me some exercise, somebody whose shoulders, I can't get them up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how I could build up strength, core, and all of that. And but I bought this thing for the club. It's a grip. It's like you latch it onto the grip, and it gives you the perfect way to grip the club. Now I'm playing over 30 years, but and that's what my wife said. Is things that bad? You gotta learn how to grip the club. And she like, if you ever listen to Marissa Tomei and My Cousin Vinny,
Oh,
That's my wife. And she'll be like, can't you just hit the ball? That's all you got to do is hit the ball. Really? I didn't know that was the concept. I had no idea. But, oh, yeah, she's a trip. So, yeah. Yeah. But she gets me without a doubt. So, yeah, I'm going to play some stuff tomorrow and get interrupted for my Strat football leagues. The good thing is those guys play fast. So,
I
because I
might
could
throw
play.
I might throw season ticket football on the table tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm watching a football game. Depends.
I just, like I said, if I wasn't friends with these guys for a long time and I run 2 leagues,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in the PC leagues anymore. But they mean too much. I introduced you, my friend Jay, when he came to Canton. He had
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Bengals
yeah.
trip. Yeah, I mean, you don't get many better
Yes.
guys than him. So I was like, how do I walk out on him and the guy?
If you're having fun, you're having fun.
Sometimes it's not fun.
Yeah.
Especially,
And that's when you gotta.
That's kind of why I play by myself all the time. Is
because you
that
always win.
you always win.
That's it.
You can play it your way. If you screw up, if you're late, if you're slow, if you're fast, you just you can get up anytime and leave. You're not going to disappoint anybody.
That's
Is
a
what
good
I'm
point.
getting at.
No,
You know,
no, I enjoy it. And I like my stats-based games. I just feel like they're way more realistic in a way. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and I'm going to work out. I was going to take a ride down south. I got 2 new clubs waiting for me down there. Trying to get my game back. That's my release. That and my game is my release. And I'm playing now. Guys that I used to put the ball past or driving the ball. No joke. 40, 50 yards in front of me. I'm going into every green with a 3-wood. You can't hit it. And this is like just Scotty Chevy. You're not playing a whole round having to go into greens with a 3-wood all day. It's the hardest club to hit off the deck. It's been frustrating. I need to get a little stronger ever since my surgery.
You know what you need to do?
Quit.
No, you need to pull out History Maker Golf and use the card I made for you.
Oh,
Because
I'd
you
be
were like
great.
perfect on that card.
I'd be great. Yeah.
yeah.
And get your confidence back.
And before I had my surgery, I was like a 10-6. And now, it's not good.
It's about having fun. I mean, if
I
I ever
know,
get out there,
but
I would be terrible. And
you know what, though,
if I
Dave?
can hit a handful of decent shots when I play, I'm good enough. I mean, I'm duffing it. I'm off over here. I'm off of it. But every now and then you hit one, it goes straight and it plops on the green. You're like, oh, that was pretty cool.
Well, my
That's
game
all
is a
I
little
need.
past that. And when it's not,
Oh,
listen, I stopped playing all the sports because I couldn't do like I used to do.
yeah.
But golf, I know I just got to get it back. But it's frustrating because these are guys I used to beat. All my friends, I had to give them strokes, and God forbid they offer me strokes now. I wouldn't take them. But that's my goal. So I'm doing my gaming, working on my body. I need to get it going. So
Yeah.
and for the home front, I got to be in shape for the home.
Do you know what I started watching tonight? That's what we were chatting early, and I just kind of vegged on the couch. I was watching it was a 2-hour long video, over 2 hours on YouTube. And this guy says he played I didn't know there were this many, all 91 Madden video games.
Wow.
There were 91 of them. Now, obviously, there's only been 30 years of Madden or whatever it is, or 38 years of Madden. But he said, no, there was some that were put out on different consoles or Game Boys or something like that. And so he got them all, and he did a 2-hour video and showing clips of every single one and talking about them. And that's what I was watching today. It's just watching somebody play all the different Madden games from all the different systems and how different they were. And some of them I hadn't played.
That's
a lot
cool.
of them I still have. And I was like, I enjoyed my Madden games. And
Oh, I used to get so frustrated. My son, we'd sit down and play, and he, do those squiggle moves around me and everything. I'm like, just throw the ball now. I deeks, and I used to
I
get
want to
so
get some of
frustrated.
those on the channel here. I have a system that'll play those old games, and I want to, I enjoy playing those, and I want to get them back on and just have some fun with them because they're not really video games. They're just, I don't know what you would call them, but they were just fun to play. So I want to get that back on the channel. I wanted to do a series. Last 2 summers, I said I was going to do a series on. I never did it.
I love the NHL games, but I won't play against the guys online. They're just too good.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what? But to their credit, I bet they can't hit a 9-iron, but they play video games. They play that game all day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's fun to watch them, but
Yep.
I'm not. I'll play with my friends because we're all like, eh.
Yeah. I never won a single game online, and I didn't play many. but I never won a single game, no matter what game it was. And I would just quit. It's like, yeah, I can't compete, and I get negative reviews because I quit. It's like, dude, it's like 37-0. It's just
Yeah,
like,
no.
no matter what it was, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, I can't compete with you. You're destroying me. So,
You
no, I'm
know,
not going to stick around,
I
you
remember
know?
listening to an interview with Tiger Woods talking about Call of Duty, because in his head, he trained with Navy SEALs. He said if he didn't play golf, he wanted to be a Navy SEAL. But he was talking about when he was rehabbing, he was home playing Call of Duty. He goes, yeah, I got pretty good. I said, let me go online.
Yeah.
He said, I go online, and these kids, I find out the kid was like 9, 10 years old. He's killing me. Not only that, he's abusing me verbally.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I remember that. Like, I had a kid like,
yeah.
oh, your mother this and how old are you? I'll come hunt you down, you little, I'll
Oh,
stick my
yeah.
foot so far in
They're
your
all
rear
tough
end.
guys online. They're
Yeah,
all tough
yeah,
guys.
yeah. But now I don't have the dexterity for that.
I used to get so
My son
frustrated.
lived on that game. He played online and he
NHL
ranked
or
like 10th.
Madden? Madden. You're
No,
talking.
Call of
And,
Duty.
oh, Call of Duty.
Oh, he was sick with that game. He was
You know
like
what
ranked
game?
10th in the world at
I
one
get
time.
so mad playing that game.
How
It's like I
about
have to stop.
Battlefield? Did you ever play that one?
Battlefield
Battle.
was fun. Yeah.
And guys
Yeah.
could respawn. They killed you all of a sudden. You get killed, or you get them. Fine, they respawn right behind you. You're dead. There's so many hacks. So
I
many hacks.
remember playing the first battle. I think it was Battlefield 2, and it was one of the first ones that I remember playing, spawning and running and killing people. And I remember I snuck around the edge of the map and I went into their camp where they were spawning, right? And I was an engineer, so I had uh landmines or whatever they're called, pressure mines. And so I would sneak in and I'd let them spawn and take off. And I would get up and I would put the landmines in front of like the Jeeps and the tanks. And then I'd go hide, right?
That's awesome.
And so they would spawn, get in the Jeep, and
That's
and
awesome.
I would just sit there watching them trying to drive the vehicles, get back into the battle, and just blow up one after another. And they couldn't get me. And I'd be like, I'd restock my
Oh, that's great.
landmines, and I would just hide, And then I would just keep laying, and then finally they would hunt me down and get me. But I had so much fun
Oh,
doing
that's
that,
great.
and every now and then they would kill me, and I would respawn back in my camp, and it would say, boom, it would say, Dave killed such and such, because my mind was still in front of it. So I was still killing people, even though I was dead. Oh, man,
That's great.
that was a good time.
The
That's like
hacks,
paintballing.
the hacks made it not fun. I remember one time I was playing, and this one person was jumping like as high as the Hulk. I'm like, what is that?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
hacks. It was just, yeah, nah.
There
Nah.
was we were playing a Star Wars game one time, and yeah, these people had these hacks or whatever they're called, glitches, and you remember the sand trooper thing, the whatever was in the sand people or
The
whatever,
Sand People.
the
Yeah.
Jawas had that big
Oh,
transport.
yeah.
There was one of those on the map, and somehow people could get up on top of that. I don't know how they did it, but they got up on top. But when they're on top of that, you couldn't get them. They would peek down and shoot you, and there's no way you could really get them, right? And there's one guy, he kept coming over the edge and backing up, coming over the edge and backing, and I'm on the ground looking at him, and I had a grenade launcher, and he went over the edge and backed up, and I fired my grenade up, right? And right when he came
Oh,
over the edge, the grenade got him and killed him. I was like,
Wow.
oh,
that's
and
great.
I got a video of that I put on my Facebook page. It was the best kill I've ever gotten in any game, because it was like he's up there dancing around, just killing everybody, and I just took a random shot, and
Oh,
he
that's
peered over the edge
awesome.
of the grenade, got him. I was like, see you later, buddy.
That was worth the time playing,
Oh, man,
if
he probably
nothing
killed me
else.
like 30 times, but I got him. I got him. That's all I needed, you know?
You know what game I
Um,
used to love playing on a console? And it was, they were they were my son's. Remember Army Men with the little green? You remember the
like the
toy soldiers
soldiers.
we had as a
Yes,
kid?
yes,
And
yes,
they made the console
yes,
game. I used to love that game.
Oh, really?
yes. You know how
Army
many of
Men.
those things we melted in the street?
Yep. With fire 4th of July, blow the guy up.
I don't even know if you
Unbelievable.
can use them anymore. They're probably illegal now.
No, you can't use them. You deploy
No.
them in your neighborhood, you get in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There was another kill I got when playing Battlefield, and I was way across the map with a rocket launcher, and I saw somebody taking off in a helicopter, and the helicopter's going up and up and up. I says, "Well, what the hell?" And I aimed way above the helicopter, and I sent this rocket, and I was way on the other side of the map. He went up, and
Oh,
son of a bitch, the rocket hit the helicopter from way across the map. It was one
didn't
of
know
those
where it was
insane
coming from.
shots, and this is
The one thing I always
that
wanted
was
to do, I could never do it, was flying the jets. I couldn't fly them. Eventually, I was going to crash or I'd go upside down. But the flying the jets, when you were able to fly all the jets, you were able to get in the
oh yeah,
helicopter.
yeah.
But I could never do it. But
I
oh
did
man,
did okay in one of them. There was one tank I got. It was like a shot machine gun rounds, and if you could get into that, you could take down
yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah, they
There
were
was
fun.
it was on the edge of the water. I remember that one there, and I would get in that thing, and I'd be in that all day. And any helicopter or plane or even boat, I would obliterate
Yeah,
with that
I
thing.
was always jealous of the guys that could fly. They were so good at it, just because you could do a lot of damage up
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was hard. Every now and then I'd get in one and you'd lock on and drop and just like you peel off and get out of there before they could shoot you, and then you'd reload and go back and then you'd peel off again. And I had some fun with that. I had
yeah.
some fun with that.
It was
That
good
was some
stuff.
good times,
Yep,
you
yep,
know.
yep.
So yeah, the battlefields were fun. I did a lot of that back in the day. I think my buddy I used to drive the transport. He used to be on the machine gun. We'd drive around the map and he would just start shooting people and
Cool.
we had some good time with that.
I like to do that in my neighborhood. Oh, my mic's on. Damn it. Unbelievable.
Too funny. But yeah, so I need to get some football back here. I need to get that History Maker golf up, but I haven't played that in so long. I need to relearn that.
During the Ryder Cup, I had the
That was
itch
fun. I enjoyed playing that. That was so
The
fun.
last time I think I played was with you, man.
at your
When we all
house.
got together, my house. Yeah,
That was that's still one of my favorite games, without a
no, it's
doubt.
a great game,
Top five. Top five.
definitely.
But it helps because I love golf.
I got the app of golf, and I'm going to go back to that because I played that and had a hard time with it. But I'm thinking now that I played a lot more
That's a
APA.
stroke by stroke game. If
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
what I
yeah.
was told.
You got to get
And
Ryan out there.
Because I actually somebody offered one to me at a good price, but I just stroke by stroke.
it was
I'm not into
really
golf that much.
it's
I think
really weird how it plays. It's
Well,
weird.
it's hard because you got to take into the wind. So you hit a thing X amount, then you got to go left X amount or right X amount. Then you got to know how you're hitting out of the rough. Ryan plays it.
Yeah,
I think I gave it to somebody when you guys all came over. I got to look. It might still be in my garage, but I'd sell that. I'd sell the Appa saddle racing too. I got
you have this app of saddle racing?
yeah, you want to borrow it?
Yeah,
You could have it if you want it.
I might borrow from you.
You could, forget it. You name the season, I
That's what
got
I
it.
just what I
Nice.
need, another game on my
Yeah,
table.
you name the season, I got it. But yeah, no, Appa saddle
Oh, you
racing.
saw my post once the other day. I when the guy put up the app of saddle racing game,
I didn't remember.
and you laughed. I put the picture of Mush.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a good game. Me and Anthony Apostolico had a lot of fun with it, but um,
I
I
need
don't
to
see
get
me.
the bank shot basketball back on the table.
Yeah, every time I
Remember
look,
how deep in the bank shot basketball I was, and I was playing game after game after
yeah,
game and rounding those corners all day long.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh, you were
gosh!
going crazy there for a
And then I
while.
haven't played that in months
But
since I
that's the
went
way.
to
That's what
since I,
happens.
If I
yeah.
were to buy a basketball game, and he knows I'm not, Vinny knows I'm not really into basketball, hardly. Um, I think I would, if I was going to take a shot at one, it'd probably be one of Keith's basketball games.
Highlight maker prime time.
Not
Highlight
prime
maker
time's the
prime
full.
prime
Highlight
time's
make
the
the hoops is
full
the, but
version.
I think I would try the other one, hoops. It's more of the express version.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be good. I went right to the full version's
Yeah,
great.
see, I'm not into basketball that
It's
much where
great.
I'd
I
want to
love
play the
it.
full.
I love it. But I love bank shot. Joe just came out with set
Yeah, I know you did.
14, but I'm gonna hold off.
What
I
I
got
like about the bank shot is just you just kind of flip the cards, roll the dice, and it takes care of
Really?
itself.
It
It just
flows so
yeah, you
well.
don't have to. I don't know anything about basketball.
Yeah, that's me.
and I found that I enjoyed doing the substitution more than using the other
Yeah.
way.
I remember you
I
saying that on a
Yeah.
podcast.
Coaching the
because I
game is
I
fun.
I
Me and
bought
Dave
it.
decided we didn't like the full.
Yeah, I bought it to play it that way, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't have to think about it because the subs are already there. And it just got real confusing about like when do you go to the subs, when you don't, and I just didn't like it. And so when I went to the straight 5-on-5, the game was way better, I thought. And as far as subbing, I thought that would be really difficult, but it's just, you know, I go to Basketball Reference and see how many minutes they played in the game. And I would try to, no, I just jot
Hmm.
that down and say, okay, I'm going to try to get them as close as possible unless they get into foul trouble. And then
Mhm.
that became a mini game in itself where you get someone who gets 3 fouls in the first half and you're like, man, I got to settle him down. So now you're bringing in a guy to play more minutes than he should because he's got to keep up his end so the other guy, is in foul
Yeah.
trouble. And I remember playing that. Was it the Sixers and the Lakers? I think it was. I
Mhm.
forget, I think I was doing that.
Yep.
And who was it? Who was the center for the Sixers?
Moses Malone.
Malone. And so I took him out. He had a couple of fouls, and I brought in whoever the backup center was, and they just continued to lead by 15 points, and the Lakers never closed the gap. But I'm like, this is great. I'm cruising through here, and Moses is on the bench resting and not getting into foul trouble. And it made the subbing really fun because it was like, man, when do I bring in this guy? And I'm going to bring
Yeah.
him back in. Oh, no, now we got another foul. I don't want the foul out too early. What do I do? And now I got to have this guy play over here. I found, for knowing nothing about basketball, I found it to be really fun.
Coaching your roster, the benches and all of that in basketball, it's a challenge. You got to get guys
I
out at
found
the
it
right
wasn't
minute.
just kind of playing for fun.
Yeah.
I
No,
thought
I
it
don't
was,
mean
I
a
thought it was great.
challenge like hard to do in a game. In real life, handling your bench and your team
Yeah.
and the minutes the guys play,
Yeah.
you got to watch your players close to make sure they're, not too
Yeah.
fatigued. I never played up tempo.
Yeah. Up tempo is good. I have that. I enjoyed that. That's another easy game. Yeah, I have that. I enjoyed that. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil, the Rangers.
Oh, Mike, go back. Get off.
Uh-oh.
Get off.
We were
Who cares?
talking about you, Mike. We got to nail down the digital to dice dates. We were talking about that. Then I got sick, so I haven't been back to that. But yes,
Rangers.
yes, all of us need to nail down that digital to dice next spring. Because this is when we started planning it last year. I forgot about that.
He just ruined my night. Why did he come on? That's the first thing he had to say. I watched the whole game, Mike. Thank you. Okay. Your team scored 1 goal in 5 games leading up to that.
All right, I'm gonna have to change the subject because Vinny is getting very upset.
Please.
Yeah, okay, I'll throw something out there.
What? What? Oh, it's already nailed down.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh,
Wait.
okay, okay. So
So
Mike's
what?
taking care of it. Good.
Really? I thought he meant the Ranger win.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he does. I don't know.
no, he's talking about digital to dice.
Okay.
Well,
Good. Good.
all right. Well, maybe we need to get a chat going there, Mikey. Like get us out of the dock.
Yeah, I've been out of the loop. I know he sent me an email. We went over some things, and I was like, what do you want to do here? And we were talking about how many people and price. I just want to make like we barely covered the cost last year, so I want to make sure that if it's going to be more money this year, that we're gonna cover the cost.
Yeah. Yep.
I
So I didn't get that email. Thanks, Mike.
I think Vinny's right. I think you might have to cap it this year.
If Keith caps at 80, we might as well.
I think you're gonna get a
Well, I
think
should
so?
say
bigger turnout. I think you're
should
gonna
say
get more
Mike
interest
might as well,
because it was such a success, Dave. Okay, it was my first one I've ever went to, and there was so much hype afterwards.
Mhm.
We talked about it for weeks on in the groups.
Yeah.
I really think
everybody had a great
I think you're going to get a lot more people that said, you know what, I'm not going to miss it this year, and you're going to get the repeat people like myself and Vinny that
Mhm.
want to be back there.
Nice.
No, I think everybody had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're watching. Otani with Otani. Yeah, I mean, Gus was talking about
please.
that. Otani had that great game, and it's
Guy's
stuff like
just
that that
unbelievable.
it makes you do want to,
Had to
like,
calling him the greatest baseball player in history. Give me a
well,
break.
no,
I
but
don't
there
know
was a
about
nice.
that, but the
There was
guy's unbelievable.
yeah,
He's
no,
not the
but it was
greatest baseball player in
it was
history, but
what he did was really fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Oh,
it's.
the guy's great.
Oh
He's
yeah,
great.
and that was really great seeing that, but it's kind of like when the Panthers won last year. I got excited to get. I haven't picked it up yet. But I have it in Grand Scheme, but I haven't picked it up for App or anything else. But part of me wanted to get last season and play those Panthers, and I was excited about it. But it took something superhuman for like that to happen. So
Well, they're missing Barkov and Kachuk. Boy, they're not. They definitely don't
yeah,
look the same.
yeah.
And Barkov, they're not getting him back. He's not.
Oh really?
8-9 months.
Oh
I told you who
really?
I think's going to be
He
a
tore,
Panther.
he
I
tore
told you.
ACL and MCL.
I told you who I think's going to be a Panther because of that. I think
Yeah, who
guys at
was
the
it
end
again?
is, huh?
Who was it again? Crosby, you thought?
I think Crosby will be a Panther before the season's over.
So
He's never going to leave
Marner's in Vegas.
Pittsburgh.
Marner's
Yes,
in Vegas.
yes. Yeah, he signed a nice contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember coming home from D to D. I was listening to the Panthers Maple Leafs game.
Mhm.
This was at the deciding game, and the Panthers blew them out.
Mhm.
And so I'm driving home that night, listening to the Maple Leaf radio station on satellite radio, just like basically give a funeral for the Maple Leafs, and they're like, who's coming back next year? And this guy better not be back. And this guy better not be back. And it was sad because I do like the Maple Leafs, and it was just
I don't know which Canada team hasn't won in so long. Is it Montreal or Toronto?
Toronto was
What?
was when I was born.
Cup? We won a cup. 92, 93.
Yeah. If you want, I can loan you my my videotape player if you want to see some of the highlights of that cup.
I could look him up on YouTube. But we also have we could give some away, so I'm not worried about it.
Hey, have any of you guys ever played 4th Street hockey?
No, I haven't played anything.
I played it on the PC. It was no.
I heard those games are really deep.
I heard it's very deep,
and it's very. I don't want to say difficult, but it's pretty deep to learn.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard they're fun. I just haven't played them yet.
Yeah, see, Chris said it. Marco said it. There's no way that guy's going. You're kidding me? The fans would burn down the front office.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, not gonna happen. He's gonna retire where he belongs.
I understand what you see. What is he? How old is he?
39.
I was gonna say he's close to 40.
Yeah.
You think a guy deserves a shot to win a cup?
He's won cups.
Yeah, but still.
He's won cups.
I don't think they're going to let Crosby go either. I think at this point he'd just retire. I mean,
the one that might go is Malkin, but you're talking 20 years of phenomenal.
The stone tablets. I got some reel to reel videos we can watch.
Yeah. Well,
I tried to play the hockey on computer, 4th Street hockey, and I had no idea what I was doing. Like what am I even looking at?
No.
Yeah, he has 3 cups. There's nothing left for him. I mean, why
that's
would
a
he
good
go
point.
somewhere?
That's
I mean,
a good point.
Nothing left for him.
There would be no reason for him to screw his meal ticket in Pittsburgh to go somewhere
Good
else.
point.
No. The fans, like I said, listen, there'd be riots. They got rid of that, and rightfully so. Listen, he had 90 points last year. No, Ron, I'm not in Canada, but I'm a Canadians fan, big time, since I'm like forever.
Just what he enjoys.
It's been rough, but yeah, it
Chris
wasn't when I
Hoffman
was
brings up a
growing
good
up.
point.
But I love what we're doing. I like the team we have now. I didn't like the idea they lost at home in a game they were up 2-0 in the first blink of the game. So, but it's going to happen. Yes, they're still young, but they can't be coddled no more. They've all been playing together long enough now. They should be able to stop that stuff. So, but we're good. We're going to be good. We're going to make the playoffs. I know that. It's not going to be like we have to go on an amazing run to do it. So you got to lose games. It's hockey. You're not going to win them all.
Crosby to one of the 4 good Canadian teams.
Listen, would I like a talent like him? Yes, but I'm a hockey fan too. I don't want to see him leave Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I want him.
No, as a hockey
finish
fan, I agree with that.
what he's done, and I mean, I didn't like him in the beginning, but let me tell you, the more I found out about
you got to
him,
respect what he
and the
did.
more,
Yeah.
oh
I mean, come on. I
He
don't
put
like
up,
him either.
Oh no,
I don't
nobody
like him
liked
either.
him in the beginning.
I don't like him either. But
he
yeah,
put
I
up
can't.
90 points last
You know what?
year.
You know I didn't like him in the beginning. Why we all didn't? Because the league coddled him.
Yeah.
Because they were hoping he was going to be the next Gretzky. And I'm not saying anybody's going to be a Gretzky, but you know what I'm saying. He was going to be the face of the league. So they protected him
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
beginning.
But he wanted Montreal to draft him. They didn't win the lottery. He grew up a Canadiens fan.
Well, they didn't even make the playoffs last year.
I agree, Marco.
Pittsburgh, no.
Um,
I mean, look at
or
they
the
got
year before.
No. They've been bad.
Or the year before. Yeah. So maybe it's time to go if you haven't
He's
made the
not going.
playoffs.
He's not going to go.
And the owner of that, see, my thing, you know that, Vinny. I know, I know the owner of
Florida.
Florida.
He could
He's not
ask.
afraid. He might throw money at him. Say,
They don't need the money. Pittsburgh draws.
no, throw money at him.
You
To say,
can't. He's signed.
oh, I thought he was up.
He's playing now under contract.
He's locked in.
Yeah, he's not going.
Okay.
And then who knows what next year brings.
Right.
I mean, I found the most incredible stat. I didn't notice or realize it. Him, Letang, and Malkin. First time in history, 3 guys, same team for 20 years playing together.
Yes.
That's
Somebody said it earlier.
incredible accomplishment. I don't see them. It's just Crosby could run for mayor
Yeah.
of Pittsburgh. You don't get rid of a guy like that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
oops, sorry about that. Yeah, he's just one guy you don't let go. I mean, although team hasn't made the playoffs in 3 years, if 3 years, if he had said, "Hey, look, I want to go and play with his team for a year, see if I can win him a cup," maybe.
Pittsburgh, if he came out and said that, as respect to Crosby, they would let him
Yeah.
go. With their blessings, they would make a
Mhm.
trade. He don't want to go. Because if he did, it'd have been done within the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not
Yeah.
going nowhere.
At this point here, just retire with that same team. Not many people do that, and just what are you going to gain by going somewhere else?
He's got a boatload of class. He took less money. Nah, I don't see it happening. No, could they grab somebody else, Florida? They better to replace Barkov.
Oh, they will. He's not going to sit
You're
on
not
his
going to
hands.
replace Barkov anyway,
Yeah,
but
he's not going to sit on his hands.
they're not looking good. And with him and Kachuk out.
This is interesting. Marco talks about McDavid. What do you guys think about that? Do you think at some point, okay, so they got to the cup, would they get to the cup 2 years in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they okay, one they got down by 3 and then fought back and then lost. And then last year they lost again. What do you think about a guy like that?
Well, he just took less money to stay in Edmonton. I think his drive is to want so bad to win in Edmonton. Will it be that way when this contract is up? I don't know the guy's mindset like that. But when a guy like McDavid takes less money to keep things smooth for Edmonton, doesn't kill their cap, it's got to tell you something. It's Connor McDavid.
But do you think at some point, even though they went to the finals twice and lost, do you think at some point it's like, okay, let's just say this year they don't get to the final. They get to the playoffs, obviously, and they get bumped out in round 2 or something like that. Do you think there's an expiration point for these guys? Okay,
I think Marco
just
just summed
that.
it up. Marco just summed it up.
Yep.
Where are
That's
we?
exactly what I think.
I agree with Marco.
His 2 years deal signals Edmonton. Oh, okay, yep. He knows if they don't win within 2 years, his window is closed. I think you're kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Every team in the CFL's won a Grey Cup. Any Canadian team won a Stanley. Okay, you're being a funny guy. And Raymond says, I hope Chicago doesn't waste. But yes, I'm looking at the same thing. I mean, he's really young. He's really young.
He's a baby. He's probably still
But
in
it's
diapers.
it's like they've been finishing last place a couple of times. It's like, I know Bobby Orr finished in the last couple of years, but at some point they turned it around really fast.
Bedard is not, Bedard's never going to be the greatest player.
No, but
ever.
what I'm saying is that,
But he's going to help turn it around. Have you watched any of their games?
No.
They've improving.
Have they?
Improving. Oh yeah, they're improving.
Chicago finished last in their division last
Yeah,
year.
no. Then they know it. They
And then the
weren't
year
expected.
before, the year before they finished last in their division.
Yeah. Well, that's how they end up getting the lottery.
52 points to 61. So they had 9 more points. So, okay, And now where are they this year? Well, they're third to last in the division. They're
But
2
they've
and
been
2.
That's early.
playing better hockey.
Yeah.
That's when you got to see the improvement. They're trying to rebuild that team. The kid is he's 11 years old, but dog, because he looks like he's
They
11.
got a good goalie.
Yeah, no, the kid is good. And you know what I liked about? I seen him back checking. I seen him get into it with somebody.
Two-way hockey player. He's becoming.
Yeah, he's gonna learn. Not too many guys survive in the NHL playing one way.
No,
I don't know how
not
Patrick
anymore.
Lonnie does. I'd love for us to get rid of him. Oh gosh, I'd drive him out of Montreal myself. I'd go up there and drive him out. So yeah, it's going to be interesting in a few years with these younger teams. Detroit doing a great job. They might not, get 90 points, but it's doing a great job. But Dodd's, yeah, Mark, what you say? He's 19. If you look at him, he looks like he's 11.
Well,
Great,
just
great
sometimes, though,
player.
there's been a few people that have come up when they're 18, 19, and it's like, okay, yeah, give them time, and they never did make that jump. They just never get out of that first gear.
I don't think he's going to be one of those guys. His potential is like sky high. He's good. He's got a great mind for the game, great vision. He could skate like he's not an Nathan McKinnon, but he could skate. He's good. And again, he's still going to build up. He's 19. He's going to get a bigger frame, going to learn a lot more.
They'll build around him.
It's just amazing how bad that team is, though.
Yeah, well, they went through a rough start.
And Raymond wants to watch Meatjoff. And
Yeah.
Flyers have needed a better goalie for 20 years. I got a lot of Flyers fans as friends of mine, and every year I feel so bad for them because they got no goaltending. No matter who they get, they have some big names in that team. Toronto and Philadelphia, the two teams that just don't have any consistent goaltending.
You see, Vegas just picked up Carter Hart. I was surprised, but he was found not guilty. So, but I was surprised that Vegas picked him up. Not like they need goaltending. They got Thompson and Hill. And that team they're good, real good. But yeah, the Flyers can use a goalie. It's been a while.
It just seems like when you watch the fluky goal highlights, it's always Toronto and Philadelphia with the goalie watching a puck bounce in from center ice or go off their head into the net or something like that. It's just, just somebody floats one in on a dump in and it goes in the net. It's always Toronto, Philadelphia. It's just
Dolars, he's a big kid. He's a Jersey kid too, but I do like him. I just don't know. I don't know. Jury's out. But he's a big kid. He's 6'7". That must be like see a guy standing in the net at 6'7".
I've seen him. There's a kid in the juniors, so 6'7", 6. I think he was 6'9". He was a giant. Yeah, when he's down on his knees, his head's still over the crossbar. Seriously, he takes up that much net.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Too funny.
But I love the game. I don't think there's been more talent league-wise than there is now. It's fun.
It is a lot of talent around the league. You're right.
Oof. Fantastic.
Do you guys ever play franchise hockey manager?
I never liked it because I wasn't into that kind of genre. Like, I didn't like being the manager.
There's fun to be had in that game, and I mostly use that for my fantasy drafts. So what I'll do is I'll start a season, and I'll release everybody into free agency and redraft the season. That's when it becomes super, super fun. And yeah, as far as like taking a team through a season, I can't. The only thing I will do is I'll put on sandbox mode, and I'll just make these trades and make a fun team, and just like I think one time I put Phil and Bobby Orr on the Blackhawks with Tony Esposito and ran a season, and it's just again it's the what if type of thing for me, and I have some fun with that. But it is super fun when you do the you start you start with the draft and everybody, and it's just fun to go back and see who gets first pick and who takes who. So obviously, like Orr and the floor and guys like
Mhm.
that go first. But it's funny to see when it all comes down, like how many original guys end up on the original team, and what the rosters look like. And you get Bobby Orr on Minnesota, and Bernie Perance's goalie, and Reggie Leach is on the wing. It's super fun to do stupid things like that with. And
Strat has an auto manager. That's fun. I kind of
yeah.
did it for a while. And then, oh yeah, yeah. And then it even has auto swap, the auto trades, but it's very tough to pull off a trade.
Hmm.
But they will definitely make offers to you to rob you. But I had a draft league of my own for a while, and then when my previous computer crashed, I lost it all. But it is fun. Action PC.
I think they might have a draft in that as well.
There has a draft. You can draft team players. I forget. My brains are fried. If it has an auto manager though to draft the team, so you could have 31 teams
Right.
and you draft yours. And when I
I,
did that, I used to like just random if I ended up with the last pick or
yeah.
yeah. But it's
I
fun to
forget how
do.
that went. And franchise does a really good job of that as far as redrafting the teams. And it's fun to see who goes where, because you can skip till like human. It says skip till human, so you can go back and see all the picks that happen. And it's like, okay,
Right,
now I
right,
get
right.
this
Strat
pick.
does. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now this guy's up. So I do enjoy that for that fact right there. So yes, even Raymond said it's fun to pick your players and just get the results. And yeah, that's kind of what I do, is just kind of pick my teams like that. I think I tried it with Action PC, and I couldn't figure it out, or I didn't. It just wasn't as fun. I don't know why. Um, I just thought Franchise Hockey Manager just did a little bit better.
Yeah, they should do a
Maybe,
Strat
and this was
baseball.
years ago, but I that's the only time I play that. So I have some fun with the draft and
Cool.
see. And my teams always stink, but it's still kind of fun to see what goalies do well and what teams. And it's so funny to see, like when you say, okay, here's the matchup between Boston and Montreal, and like there's no Bruins or
Right,
Canadians on the team. It's
right.
like, you got Tony Esposito on the Bruins and Cesar Maniago on Montreal, or whatever it is. And
Yeah,
you got Lafleur's with St. Louis. It's so bizarre seeing
that's a
that.
travesty.
It is, but it's still kind of fun. It's still kind of fun.
Yeah, Action PC is a little weird. Like I'm in the draft league. Grant's in the same league as me, the Herb Brooks Hockey Association, and guy Eric runs a great job. But like I traded last year because I hate the Maple Leafs, so I traded Matthews and Marner for Pasternak and Kucherov. I love Kucherov. I didn't know. That was the second time Pasternak was traded. I ended up trading him. Couldn't score goals,
Yeah.
no matter who I put him with. So it gets a little weird. It's like, what do I need to do to get a guy like Pasternak, who's
In your
sensational,
game, right?
to score goals? That was the year he scored 60 something goals. Couldn't get him goals.
Hmm.
So I traded him straight
That's
up
weird.
for Nick Suzuki
Alexis
because
Suzuki.
that's my guy.
Hmm.
So,
I like
but I
that
was
guy.
like, take him. The guy I traded him last year. He goes, I'm going to put him with this guy and that guy. And I think that's how you got to get him to score goals. I said, I had him with Kucherov. He had the most assists in the league. He was a great passing rating. He couldn't score goals. So my luck will play against me. Score 6. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love the draft stuff with that. That's where the computer really comes in.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. Raymond says, like Dave said in previous podcasts, creating yourself in a game is so fun. Superman on skates. Raymond, I remember with the PlayStation 1, this is going back many years. I think we had just moved into the house over here, and I had the PlayStation 1. I had the NHL game, and I created myself. Okay. I put in, Dave Gardner with my number, and I put myself on the Bruins. And this is PlayStation graphics. Okay. It was just really terrible. But it was so cool because there was, so I'm on defense, I'm playing with the Bruins, and it was a shot and a save and a whistle. And, the video game would, pan to a player and it would show the name and the number, and it'd show them either skating around or getting on the bench. It's like a cut scene. And they showed me with my name and number or the character I created. And it
How
was
cool is that?
it just was the coolest thing
Mhm.
in the world, just to kind of like, a shot to save. And like there's me going to the bench, and it's like, me with my number, sitting on the bench with my. And it's like that was just so. Cause I felt like I was in the game at that
Yeah.
point.
I was watching the game the other night with Victor Mancini in there and just hearing the last name. Oh,
Yeah.
Mancini passes this, and he's pretty good. But I did that with one of the NHL versions on the PlayStation when it came out with the greatest Montreal Canadian players. There was a team, the great players, and I put myself on that team. I didn't make myself anything special, but I kicked Jacques Lemaire back a little bit and centered the line of Lafleur and Judd.
Nice.
But
What I thought
it's
I was lucky because I have a very normal last name, and so when you're creating your character in some of the newer games, you could create what name they would call you, and there was always Gardner in there, and so what do you want to be called? So I was always Gardner, and so it was like the puck over to Gardner. It always worked. It's like, oh, that's kind of neat. And some of my friends didn't have that kind of luck. It's like they got something close, but
just got to put in Igor.
What? How do you say your name? Igor. It's like, I kind of get that. Well, how about the last name? Big evil laugh.
That's great.
He's a big tall guy. So anyway, we'll wrap this up here. We've been on a couple of hours. Wow, a couple of hours. Who would have thought
because we love talking games.
Yeah, we started talking games and sports and the whole bit. So
and technically, it was about buying seasons, but
we started off with a little bit of season chat.
It's a chat.
It's a chat. It's wide open. It goes into whatever. So anyway, so we want to thank everybody for coming by and spending some time with us on this Saturday night. It's starting to get brisk here in the Northeast. So we have the cool weather. Now the leaves start falling. Now that it's going to be in the 40s, now we're going to go out and do my leaves when I'm freezing out. So I'll be out in the cold with my sweatshirt on doing leaves in the fall.
Not me. I'll be poolside tomorrow.
I'll be doing them until November. No matter how many times I go out and do leaves, there's still more out there, and they don't stop until the snow flies. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for everybody that stopped by, and Michael just sent me a text, and so I think we're all set to go on D2D. He said it's all locked in, so we'll get some more details for that, and hopefully next time we chat, we'll have some more. Some more concrete details on what's going to happen with that. But I believe it's going to be at the same place. We're just going to come up with a price, how many people are going to cap it at. And I think this year it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then heading out Sunday. So
telling you people, listen to me, get your tickets early.
Yep.
Yeah, just in case we
I think it could sell out. So
yeah,
I just want to thank Barbara though for tonight for revealing that you have like a girl-like scream. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When you're playing, when you picture this, you're at night, the lights are out, you got the TV on, and me and her are talking. She's in her game, I'm talking to her. I was like, "How was your day?" And we talk about our ailments because we're old. It's like, "Oh, my back hurts," and "Oh, my elbow hurts," and so she's playing her game. She's like, "Yeah, I'm over here in the jungle," and I'm like, "Well, I'm going into this pyramid." I was like, in one of my ears. And it's just like, and then he bites you and the controller shakes. You're like, I got bit by a snake. It is. It's creepy at night when it's dark out. There's nothing going on and everything's quiet. It's it was some good times. It was some good times.
Just one other thing to mention before Frank is still on that. I encourage, if you believe, just pray for his wife Amy. And,
yes, we'll say
it all will work out for the best.
Yep. So. And tickets probably any time now. As soon as Michael locks it in, and I'll chat with Michael in the next week, and we'll get that together so we can start posting that on the website and on Facebook and here and the whole bit. So
we'll start calling him Mikey Lowe's. You know how they say Lowe's knows, but nobody else does? Mike knows, but nobody else does. So
yeah, we'll get on it. He's been busy. I've been busy. I've been sick.
Yeah, we're all busy.
But we'll get it together, Yeah. So as long as he's on top of it, that's all that matters. He's the man. He's the man. So
the tickets, Ron asked, the tickets will go on through the website. You'll see the information when it's up.
I'll post in I'll post in the group.
Yeah,
like I did last year.
When I get the website going.
Yes.
I'll
stay safe, Barbara.
Yeah.
And don't cheat when you play your Mets.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, she let the Dodgers pitcher get rocked the other night. That was hilarious.
62 home runs. Yeah. Should I pull him out?
Instead of Dusty Baker, Dusty Barbara. She's going to kill the pitchers. Kill the pitcher.
Oh, that's what we do, though. We have fun with our
Yes.
games. It's all about
If you're
having
not,
fun. So
not worth it.
exactly. All right. So you guys, thank you. So, what
Have a
would you
good
say?
night, everybody.
I will not do
Mm.
that anymore. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We
Mhm.
believe you. Right. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for tuning in on this Saturday night, and Vinny and Joe, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
All right. We'll
Have a
see you
great
guys.
night. God
Have
bless.
a great night, everybody.